Welcome, Emmy. Sorry, I'll turn this down. I'm here. Oh, it's so loud for me. There we go. That's a bit quieter. Everybody all right? Everybody relaxed? There we go. Turn down Radiohead. Sorry. God, I love this song. Anyway, hello everybody. How's everybody doing? Let me switch over to my actual camera. Hello everybody. Hello Tom and Rory and Emmy and Grenarius and Mikey and Barlow and everybody that's here. Welcome. I'm live. I napped for exactly 15 minutes and woke up 5 minutes ago. It's a new world for me. I actually pulled off the rare micro nap. Hello Hanzo as well. Ollie, welcome. I pulled off the rare micro nap, the power nap, I think people call it. And actually, I feel all right. It's the first time I've ever woken up from a nap and not felt fucking disastrous afterwards. Hang on, let me transition over. There we go. It's me live. The camera angle might be slightly different today because I was fucking around with my monitors. My new monitor cable came today. It was an HDMI to DVI cable. So now my monitors should stop fucking up. Remember a couple of times over the past week, my stream has just kind of gone disastrously weird as one monitor shut down and everything sort of collapsed into one monitor. That shouldn't happen anymore. There was a lot of guinea pig bites in the other one. So I wonder what happens. I've got it nice and tucked away now. Pulled off the rare micro nap. I still don't fundamentally understand why people do those copy pasta things where there's just a lot of emojis in them. I don't really fundamentally understand how to read them. It's the closest I come to feeling decrepit and old, I think, is when I see those. Anyway, you know the drill. We're gonna play what's it called? Global. Play Hurdle. We're gonna play Gothic 2, because it's Gothic 2. Oh, hello Hammond, welcome. I love a micro nap. What is the definition of a micro nap? Hang on. Micro nap. Because I think it's about 15 minutes, right? It's the step-by-step changes in feeling. Ooh. Wait, the term microsleep refers to very short periods of sleep that can be measured in seconds rather than minutes. That's not a thing that I'm looking up. 60-minute naps? What's a 15-minute nap then? Whatever. I slept for 15 minutes. That's all you need to know, by the way. Oh, yes. Feel free to shout out people in chat, by the way, because I will never remember that I have that ability. I think I've shouted out, twice in about 6 months that I've had that command ready. So, But if I nap for an hour, I'm fucked. I can't do it. I will wake up feeling like I've been hit by a bus. It doesn't work. Something about it does not work in my brain. Hang on, there's no reason for studio mode to be on an OBS. I'm not that fancy. I'm not a fancy boy. Oh, I'm just noticing. Where's my fucking camera frame? Where's my, fancy camera frame? There we go! Now I feel more like myself. Why was I was raw dogging the camera there. There we go. Nice and safe in my little box. Oh, I didn't like that. Felt weird. Something felt wrong, but I couldn't quite place it. Unprotected camera. Anyway, let's go to the game and then we'll do some stuff. Why not? Not even 10 minutes in. What an expression to wake up to. It just looked a bit weird to me. I think what was happening... Oh, thank you for the gifted subscription, Mikey. That's very generous of you. My alerts might not work because, I don't know. I mentioned it in the chat earlier. My internet went down for about 20 minutes today, and so everything's slowly coming back online. Hang on. I might need to re-log back into Stream Elements. Oh, yep, it's logged me out. Cool. Redirecting me. automatically. Okay, I'm logged back into Stream Elements. That might work. Might work. Oh, thank you for the gifted subscription as well, Amy. Please stop. Don't give people subscriptions. It's worthless. You get like 3 worthwhile emotes. That's it. Most of my emotes are trash. I don't like them, but some of them are okay. Anyway, let's go to desktop, this view. We'll do the hurdle. So like a couple of minutes we'll do the hurdle, and then we'll do the global, and I'll run a bet, and then we'll go on to Gothic 2, which I'm sure I've remembered where I am. It's been about 6 days since I played Gothic 2. I have no fucking idea where the hell I am in it. Or what I was doing, we'll see. I still have the default high, it's the best one. I recorded some nice ones, but they might not be up. Hang on. What I can do is probably go into the alerts tab on my OBS, like a proper boy, and go refresh cache. There we go. That might work. That might work. Might not. We'll see in the future. Who knows? Well, look, you know what? I will manually play the little sound effects. Hang on, there we go. Let me go into stream sounds. I'll they were gifted subs, so I'll play this twice. Sure.
Thanks for the new goblins. I'll use them well.
There we go. And then one more.
Thanks for the new goblins. I'll use them well.
There we go. That's just as good, right? Anyway, there we go. Yeah, see, the death scream hasn't played. Oh no. Oh no. Sound alerts. Properties. Refresh that as well. Loading sound alerts browser source. Things might be fucky for a bit. We'll see, right? We'll see. I made all of these for you. Be happy.
Gold for the goblins.
There we go. It's working. Oh, thank you, Hammond. That's very unnecessary, but thank you. Thank you for the bits. Or what was that? Gold. Thank you. There we go. They're all coming through. Yay! I fixed it. I say fixed it. I just clicked reload on the browser sources. That is my level of tech knowledge. I briefly, very briefly, went to school for computer science. I know nothing about computers. Hello, Madusco, welcome. But yes, thank you for the bits. Or, I don't know, like, Emmy and Zara, they have, like, fun little names for, what's it called? You know, getting bits. Like, I hate them, but, you know, they keep saying, like, oh, thanks for the tits, thanks for the bitty titties, and stuff like that. Makes me upset. Oh my god, thank you for the resub! Yay! Thank you, Madusco. Good start to a stream, I would say. Hype train! Woo! I don't know what a hype train is. But anyway, I don't need to know, or I don't know what I should call them, like, if I have any. Like, I guess goblin coins? I don't know why I've decided to theme my entire stream around the idea of goblins, but, you know, it sort of works. Anyway, I'm flustered, thank you. I'm not really sure what to say, thank you. Dreya muns. Ugh, that's horrible. Nothing cutesy. I hate cutesy shit. Like, I hate anything that ends with an IES. I find very unpleasant to say. Like, you know, titties. Can't stand it. So, nothing cutesy. You're the goblin, Rich. Do you like goblins? I do like goblins. I think goblins are probably my favorite. You know what? Goblins or kobolds are my favorite, like, D&D creatures. I always loved both of those. I always thought that, like, I'd want to be one. Basically, if I can't be like an elf or an ent, I'll nobody pay attention to that. That's WhatsApp. Probably should close WhatsApp in the background. Maybe delete this VOD. Anyway, here we go. Not kobolds? I like kobolds. Kobolds, 1 second. Kobold. What about Smarties? Smarties, I find an unpleasant name. It's so fun to make you uncomfortable. Yeah, like these kobolds, like this kind of thing. Just like little random mischievous scamps. Was that the group chat? I think it was a DM, maybe. I installed WhatsApp on my on Windows because I was told that that's something I could do. I didn't realize it would just come up on my screen like that. Well, it's off now, so I'll look at that later. Kobolds is what sub furry bottoms play in D&D, is it? Oh no! D&D kobolds are not real kobolds? I don't know the difference. All I know is that my favorite character in Neverwinter Nights was Deacon, who was a little kobold friend when I played that as a kid, way too much. 1 second. Neverwinter Nights. Deacon? There we go. Deacon! Oh! Deacon is a kobold bard who I used to love. A male kobold bard, an adventurer in the north in the 1370s Dior. Aww. I almost played a kobold, so can confirm. Oh, I loved them. I loved them. Anyway. Although I am seeing some furry art there, so maybe you're true. Anyway, let's play the hurdle. Let's do the hurdle now. Oh, I mean, come on now. That's of all of the hurdles so far, by far the easiest one for me. I mean, this, fun fact, the first song I ever heard that I liked and my parents didn't. This was like a musical awakening for me, this song. It was the first time I heard a song on the radio when we were in the car or something, and I was like, oh, I think I really like this song. And my parents were like, no, we hate this song. And I bought every album. I was really into this band. Does anybody else know it? I think it's a fairly distinctive drum. Anyway, it is Back in Black. There we go. I mean, it's a fucking amazing song. I know AC/DC are not actually good, by the way. I've grown up since then. I know that they're not actually very good, but I still kind of love them. I still have like 4 or 5 AC/DC albums on my phone. Just for when the mood strikes. My dad used to say that Brian Johnson, who was the singer for that song, sounds like a bulldog trying to rip apart a slipper. And I kind of get what he means. He can't really sing, can he? It's just screams. Good old Akadaka. Yeah, I think that's what they called them in Australia, isn't it? Akadaka. I vaguely know that. They're sort of they're like an Australian icon band, right? Like everybody likes Australian. Or everybody likes them in Australia, I think. Maybe. Anyway, let's play global. Let me go to the full camera while I do a prediction. Right, if you don't know what global is, again, it's that what I just played, but with countries. So I'll guess a country on a globe. It'll highlight that country I just guessed and tell me how far away I am from the correct country. So I'm going to start a prediction. It'll be up for a minute. Will Dreya get this in? I don't know. What did Mikey get it in? That's my benchmark. Mikey got in 5. So I'll say 7 guesses. Let's say, will Dreya get this in 7 guesses or less? Start prediction. You have 1 minute. I'll switch back over to the camera here. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll put on like a little bit of background music. I can just do this on screen, whatever. Let's put on Zelda and chill. There we go. Just some like relaxing background music. Should I gamble with 10k on this? Whatever you feel comfortable with. I have a little infinity symbol next to my Dreya coin, so I don't need to worry about it. Can I? I've never used... Can I redeem my own stuff? Can I, like... I've never actually done this. Like, if I redeem this... Is that gonna work? Notice me, senpai. Ooh. It does! I've never done that before. I didn't know that was a thing you could do. I can redeem Notice Me Senpai if I want to. That feels weird. Like, that feels like, I don't know, making out with myself in a mirror. That's something unsettling about doing that, but I can. Today's global threw me for a loop, so I'm not going to guess. Oh no. Click the globe to play. We're ready. While we watch. Was that a real thing? I missed the prediction. No. Is that a real thing that Neil deGrasse Tyson has tweeted? You can only kiss yourself. You can kiss yourself using a mirror, but only on the lips, like 14 or 15 different times. I remember seeing that in a meme and thinking, "What a bizarre man." Notice me, senpai. Ooh. After you do it, look at memes and media. Okay, so no spoils, by the way. I'll try and make this quick, because I do want to get into Gothic today. Ooh. Let's try Kazakhstan. Now, how do I spell Kazakhstan? Is that how you spell Kazakhstan? Nope. Is that how you spell Kazakhstan? I'm gonna Google how you spell Kazakhstan for a second, because I can't remember. Kazakhstan, that's the K, then H. Kazakhstan. Oh, real close. Real close. Hashtag educational. Thank you, everyone. Ooh, real close. So it could be Mongolia? It could be... It's not Russia. It could be like Georgia... Armenia, Azerbaijan. It could be another one of the stands. Like, it could be like I can't remember which one of these are. There's like Kyrgyzstan, there's Tajikistan, there's Turkmenistan, there's a few, let's be honest. There's a lot of stands and I can never remember where they are. Let's say it's Mongolia. No! Wait, why is that so grey? Okay, so that means that it's nowhere near Mongolia, but it's quite near Kazakhstan, which means that it's probably on the other side of Kazakhstan. Which means it might be like Georgia. Let's say... Oh, it borders Georgia. If it borders Georgia, it could be... It's not Russia, because that also borders Kazakhstan. So it's probably either Armenia or Azerbaijan. Now, I can't spell Azerbaijan, so let's hope it's Armenia. Nope. But it does border it, which means it's Azerbaijan. How the fuck do you spell Azerbaijan? Azerbaijan? Nope. Let's see how you spell it. Not looking at any maps or anything. It's Azerbaijan. Copy. Back to global. Yes! I know the world! I know the world! I'm very happy with myself, actually. I know things. I remember where things are. It threw me for a loop because I guessed Turkey and had no fucking clue they bordered. Neither did I until about 3 days ago. I remember I did this on a Thursday or Friday stream, and this came up. This exact thing came up. And I was like, I thought... Because I think it was like... I can't even remember what the country was, but I was like, where is Georgia? And it was like, here. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because I thought that, like, Russia might have bordered Turkey. And I was like, oh, I'll never be able to get cat ears again. I would have won, goddammit. I should have gone with 20k. Big brain. My 10 points. Oh, fuck off. Cat ears and a horrible bean. Lovely. Let me pay out. Go to this. Manage prediction. Choose outcome. There was almost 50-50 on the points, by the way, if anyone's interested. Of course I'll get this in 7 guesses or less. I got it in exactly the same as Mikey, which is nice. Also, I was told to look in memes on my Discord. Oh, there it is. Oh no, Barload. It took you a while. Italy. Oof. I'm happy that about a week ago I learned where Azerbaijan and Armenia were. So, recent knowledge. In about a year, I won't remember them anymore. But, there we go. Let me close down global. Let me fade this out. There we go. Nice and professional. And pause it, which is less professional, but whatever. And open up Gothic 2. Sorry, my thermos is in the way of my monitor. Have you ever played GeoGuessr? Yes, I used to play GeoGuessr on stream quite a bit. But I just kind of got bored of it. I've been saying this for a while, but I will definitely bring back GeoGuessr as like a morning thing. Once I get sick of global and hurdle, which I will probably at some point. I would imagine I'll do more GeoGuessr. Maybe do just like the GeoGuessr daily to start off the morning and run a bet on that, because that could also be fun. I would need to re-up my fucking, what's it called, membership to it, because it's like €2 a month, but I let it lapse. Anyway, there's a new mode on Geotastic where you geoguess satellite images. That sounds kind of cool. What happened to your hair? I have not washed it. That's what happened. I have not washed it and just kind of put like some gel on my fingertips and went like that to kind of keep it in place. That's what happened to my hair. I'm actually kind of into my messy hair. I kind of like my messy hair. Although you can see already, it's going grey again at the temples already. Like, it was like... I dyed this very recently, but it's already going grey at the temples again. It's the problem with colourful hair dye. It does fade quite quickly. Anyway. Cat ears. Cat ears, and I'll set a timer for it. Ugh. Hang on. There we go. Cat ears. Actually, they're a bit too high up. There we go.
Notice me, senpai.
There we go. Cat ears. Lovely. Looking quite punk today. Less punk now with the cat ears. Although I don't know what modern punks look like. Do modern punks have cat ears? I don't know. Can't decide if the quiff is Elvis or Morrissey. Oh, I think Morrissey looked cooler than Elvis, but is more of a prick, right? So I don't know which is the best. Yeah, I'm loading up Gothic. Yeah, I'll switch to games and go to display capture. Then it should work. We're in. Minus the cat ears. Bean. Oh, I think it may have crashed. I love this game, and it always works really well and doesn't make me want to punch the walls. Load Gothic 2, please. Please. Please work. Please work. There we go. This is maybe the worst intro logo to a game I've ever seen. Genuinely ever. It's really bad. And I've seen some bad ones, but it's really bad. Anyway, spinning the wheel. It's canned dog food or chocolate pudding. Cool. Hello, Weetabix, welcome. Let me pour some tea, actually, first, because I need to give it, like, a few seconds to cool down. Also, I like letting the intro music play out, because for some reason, it does not follow the rules of the, like, when I've lowered the music volume. It's just max volume forever. So I need to wait for it to calm down. Like, chill the fuck out, game, basically. That'll be a wretch. It could be chocolate, in which case it'll just be unpleasant, because I don't like chocolate. It's chocolate. You know what it tastes like? I don't know if you've ever had it, because it doesn't really exist outside of America. But chocolate pudding. Which I guess is literally what it's called, isn't it? Or is it just called chocolate? There's the... No, it is called chocolate pudding. It tastes like chocolate pudding, which doesn't really taste like chocolate. It just tastes like a chocolate custard, I guess. Which is gross. Anyway, let me swallow this down. Oh, speaking of swallowing down... I forgot to take my antidepressant today. Let's do that. I just looked down at my desk and saw one. Taking that out of the foil. There we go. A reminder, take your medication.
You need slapping down.
Jesus, fucking sound alerts. Wobbly, wet, cocoa, cold custard. Yeah, I don't get it. It's disgusting. But I remember going to a buffet in Florida, like a Chinese buffet. Well, I say Chinese, it was like Eastern buffet. So it was like fucking every Asian cuisine mashed into one and then degraded slightly. But they had like a big vat of brown liquid. And I remember asking, like, what the fuck is that? That doesn't look like anything I've ever seen before. And they were like, oh, that's chocolate pudding. And I was, sorry, oh, that's chocolate pudding. And I was like, what the fuck is that? It's like, think chocolate mousse, but bad. Anyway, load game. Where was I? I assume I was on Making Progress, Baby, which makes me upset, because I really need to stop naming them. I need to be more, specific when I name these saves, because I don't remember which one is the recent one. And I'm too annoyed, I don't want to fucking read these. 5 hours and 9 minutes in, that's probably the one, right? Chalky Puddy. Ban. Genuine ban, I think. Ooh, Chalky Puddy. Senpai? What does senpai even mean? I say senpai as a joke when I'm making fun of anime people. I don't know what senpai means. It could be fucking horrible. Master? Oh, that's way worse than I thought. What? Ugh. Or teacher. Oh, does it mean like... Oh, God, really? So is it like saying sir or something? Like teacher. An older student? So is it basically just like calling someone sir? Sensei is teacher. So it's like, notice me, sir? Ooh. Oh, also, I missed a message earlier. Do you still understand French? I can read a bit of French, but it's not pretty. Like, I read French like a toddler reading English. Like, you know, like I'll be like scanning the page like that for like 10 minutes. So, you know, it's not great. I used to be really good at French and then lost it all. Anyway. Salut. Also, weights has been redeemed. Cool. Lovely start to the stream. Just lots of shit for me to do. Let's bring up this. By the way, I have to turn up the DPI on my mouse massively to play this, so outside of the screen is fucking floaty as hell. There we go. Let's bring that up to full volume, just to annoy everybody. There we go. 50 reps. I'll do it quick. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Was that 20 or 30? Maybe 20. I don't know. I've lost count. I think I'm on like 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 6, 47, 48, 49, 50. There we go. Again, I wish I was this flexible. I don't think I could kick even the waist height, but then they go up and, like, kick way above waist height. Like, look at that. I'd like to be able to kick somebody above me. That sounds cool. They can probably do backflips and shit. Anyway. Go full camera, close that down, and then go back to games. And we're back. Lovely. It all went smoothly. Jesus Christ.
Nothing you can do about it.
So where was I in this game? I was doing an investigation about the missing people. I don't think kicking that high is good for anybody. It's like splits, I guess. That's how I cover myself. Like splits. I don't think I've ever been able to do the splits, even when I was a kid. Wouldn't it really hurt? Like, when I see people doing the splits, like dancers and stuff, their crotch is hitting the ground at high velocity a lot of the time. Like, are they wearing a cup, or do they just fucking take the hit? Because that sounds very unpleasant to me. So, you know, maybe I wouldn't like it. I don't know. Meldor. I can't remember who I was meant to talk to. I used to be able to do it. I don't think I'm particularly flexible. I don't think I'm unflexible. I'm just like, you know, average flexible, probably. Like, you know, I can touch my toes. That's about it, though. I think I need to go into this bar and ask around. We beat up Mo and took back our stuff. But we can't kill Mo. I read about some horrible injuries doing the splits for young gymnasts. Oof. 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 Me too, but then came puberty. No. They're called your senpai because they're students that enter the school earlier than you. Don't want to flex, but I'm a certified translator. Professional manga reader is what I call translators. I read some sorry, same message. So, one second. Let me just refresh my memory very quickly. Merchant raid. The trader Errol was attacked by several bandits. They stole all his goods. The bandits on the bridge near the Dead Harpy Tavern still have his valuable stone tablets. Errol wants them back. That, yeah, we know where that is, but, I mean, let's be honest. We're probably going to get fucking slaughtered if we do that. Member of the City Guard. I need to become a citizen of the town to become a member of the City Guard. Or, I can come... Yeah, Lara said the Cord the Mercenary could make life on the landowner's farm easier for me. So I should probably go and check the, I should probably go and check the thing, right? The landowner's farm. The experiment. Oh, that's not going to work out. We pissed him off massively.
Notice me, senpai.
And then the missing people. Jesus, fucking, that scared me. Oh, I did see the message, Khan. That I'm the Twitch senpai. That makes me very uncomfortable. One of the fishermen of the Corinus Harbour is among those missing. Elvrich. Is that a name? Elvrich? The apprentice to Thorben the Carpenter has also vanished. Right, so maybe let's ask some fishermen. Notice me, senior senpai. Escape. Ah, no, sorry. Didn't mean to bring out the weapon. Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Cardiff. Your name is actually Cardiff? Did the people who coded this game not know that that was a place? Oh, I hate their I forgot how goofy the walk animation was in this game for a second. Oh. Oh. You. Talk. How do I talk again? E? I can't remember how to talk in this game. Click. Okay. What's up? Do you know anything about the missing people? You walk a bit like John Wayne.
If you want something to drink, you'll have to order it.
I bet you overhear a lot of things. You probably, like, wait at people's windows and just kind of do that. Like Killjoy over the... Or Kilroy, I should say. Over the, like, windowsill. Just listen to people.
I bet you overhear a lot of things.
So what's that to you?
Tea.
I've always got an open ear for news.
Have you got your purse open then? Every piece of information I give you will cost 10 gold pieces.
Does this work? Like, I don't go to pubs. Or taverns, if you want to get weird. But I don't go to pubs. Or inns or anything like that. To the people who do, which I think is everybody else but me, right? If you go into a pub and just go up to a barkeeper and just go, Any rumors? Do they actually talk to you? Like, is this a thing? It's in every video game, but I think it's just because video games tend to be made by the most socially awkward nerds you've ever seen. Sure, whatever. No.
All right, agreed.
You struck a good bargain. I'm always at your service.
I don't like that it said grins. I need some information.
I need information.
Information. Sorry, anytime I hear somebody say information, I flash back to watching The Prisoner and listening to The Prisoner, the Iron Maiden song. We need information. CH is pronounced like a cat hiss in German. So it's not Elvrich, it's Elfrich. Elvrich. Elvrich? Huh. Elvris. 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 Sorry, I'm just going to repeat over and over again. Elvis. Hello, Craig. Anyway. Do you know anything about the missing citizens? That's the one. What fucking cats do you know? That's a hiss, isn't it? Elvis. Elvis. How else do cats hiss? I guess that's more of a snake. Oh, is it that? Like that? Is that I'm doing this while wearing the fucking cat ears, aren't I? Is this an elaborate joke? Elvrich? Sorry. Yes, okay. I spilled tea on myself. Lovely. That's going to be annoying. What do you know about the missing citizens? Tell me about the missing people.
About the missing citizens.
All I know is that some people have vanished during the last few days. It's
They're in my
especially bad
basement.
down here at the harbor, they say. Maybe you should ask around here a bit. There were some
What the
cases
fuck do you
in
think
the
I'm
lower
doing?
part of the city too. If you want to know more, you should talk to Corrigan. He has his tavern in the lower part of town, and he's likely to hear a thing or two. Halvor, the fish merchant down by the quay, might know something too. Many people frequent him.
That was a very natural line reading there. Many people frequent him. Like you've never heard half of those words in your life. I wonder if they're doing something that happens in Japanese games every so often, where they're reading it phonetically. Because some of the line readings, especially in the first one, felt like they might be. Where can I find work? I have enough work. I have enough shit to do. Right, so we need Corrigan, who's in the upper, say, the upper bit. And then we need Halvor down here. So where's Halvor? Because, you know, I'd like to help out with some missing people. Are those nuns? Are those hot nuns? No, they're just citizens.
Everybody knows by now.
Hello. I appreciate that they've made everybody kind of a MILF in this game.
I won't tell her a thing from now on.
Kind of into it. There you are, Halvor. Lovely. Now that you said that would have been a good ruse.
Hey,
Hey.
Do you need fish? Get your fish here, fresh from the depths of the sea.
The way you're talking makes me think that you're fucking those fish. Hey,
If I hadn't seen it with my own
you want this fish?
someone's gotta do the work.
Fresh from the depths of the sea.
Really, how interesting.
Are those fish going to have a special salty filling? Show me these fish. Is it a euphemism for a brothel?
show me your fish.
No, it's literally just fish. Okay, no thank you. Goodbye. Can you tell me something about missing people?
Can you tell me
Hot
something
nuns?
about
I've
the
never
missing
seen a hot
people?
nun, to be fair.
Missing people?
There's, you know, you see nuns from time to time in Ireland, wandering around. I've never thought, yeah.
And bound to claim a life now and
They all have an air of evil about them here.
vessels will always sign on new sailors in a large seaport such as Corinnes to complete their cruise.
This guy is rubbing his nipples as he talks from this tone
Some
of voice.
people may get dragged off against their will, and then they're gone.
Right. So press ganging or slaves, I guess.
Look who joined the goblin raid.
Well, thank you for the raid, Ollie. That's extremely kind. Welcome. Shout out to Ollie in chat if somebody would be so kind, because Ollie is a fun streamer. Or very chill. Dreya, please don't quote me, Mir. Anyway, thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Raiders. We're playing Gothic 2, which is a very German game, basically. Can't really think of anything. Were there even hot nuns in Sister Act? I've never seen Sister Act, but I don't find Whoopi Goldberg attractive. Again, an air of evil to her. So, I don't know. Who else was in Sister Act? I don't know. I remember... I think it was... I can't remember when it was ages ago. But my mum was telling a story while we were having dinner together ages ago. Like, we're having like a family dinner a couple of years ago. And, my mum told a story about how she went to a school run by nuns before it was kind of nationalized. So all the schools were run by nuns or priests. Nuns for girls, priests for boys. Then they kind of did away with it a little bit and hired teachers. But she was talking about how she had seen a nun walking around outside the shop she worked in. And she was like, oh, I recognized her then. She was one of my old teachers. She was like a vice principal at this nunnery school that I went to. And then she said she got hit by a car and everybody in the shop laughed. That's how people feel about nuns in Ireland. She didn't die. She didn't die. It's fine. She was alright. But she got lightly knocked down by a car, and she said every woman of a certain age...
You need slapping down!
Every woman of a certain age in the shop that she was working with laughed.
Seen it with my own eyes.
Because she was like, yeah, we all fucking hate the nuns. Which is grim, in a way, but also objectively very funny. Are you missing anybody, by the way? Since we're asking about missing people. Basically, that's the first thing I think of when I think of nuns now, is my mum laughing at a nun getting hit by a car.
Are you missing someone?
Me? No.
Do you know anybody that's missing? I was specifically told to ask this guy.
Do you know of anyone who's gone missing?
No idea. Ask the shipbuilders.
And what ship would this have been?
What ship would that have been?
Good question. Not many ships have come into Corinus lately. That is true.
Can't keep any.
This guy is shady as fuck. I think he's selling more than just fish. There's probably heroin in this fish. Fantasy heroin, whatever that would be called. You know, magic hashish. Whatever the fuck you want to call it.
And it's gonna get even
He's fishy. Ban. Ban.
Shut up.
Like, there's something weird going on with those fish. Borka. Shipbuilders. Where would the shipbuilders be? I don't know. Maybe we'll go over and see the mercenaries now and talk about, you know, joining up with the peasant revolution. I'm into that. I'll join up with the peasant revolution. These must be the shipbuilders. They're building a ship. That makes sense, right? I'd be more likely to talk to the random workers. But I guess we'll talk to the foreman. Hello, Garvel. Why are you in such a hurry, standing around idly drinking? Is this a sarcastic answer?
Why are you in such a hurry?
Soon the orcs will come and burn down the city.
What makes you think that?
Boy, have you noticed the paladins running around?
Don't call me
everywhere?
boy.
Why do you think they're here? I tell you,
Unless you're
they're
from
here
Cork, in
because the orcs will
which
attack
case it's
soon.
kind of a term of endearment.
Be pretty.
Do you know the story about the man who sold the Eiffel Tower? Is this like a London Bridge thing where they would like fake sell monuments to people in America? It's always in America, and I don't know why. It's like Americans just think you can buy monuments. Although, to be fair, I think one of the London bridges did actually get sold to somebody in America, and they did ship it over. So, you know, there is precedent, but not that specific one. I don't know. Anyway, I can help. Why can't you finish?
Why can't you finish your ship?
Everybody's gone missing.
Thousands of problems. The hull still isn't stable, and it's still missing a lot of boards.
I mean, it looks like
But I have
basically the
hardly
bare
any
bones.
gold left to buy new material with, and the last delivery had bugs in it. My boys don't work productively. One wants a fast ship above all else. The other one is worried about the figurehead. As if we didn't have
The
more important
figurehead
things to
does
do.
not seem important.
Also, one of my people is simply not showing up for work
On
anymore.
ships or in, you know, political
This would delay the
things.
Construction even more.
Did you see, I shared this in the streamer group chat earlier, but did anybody else see that news that they've projected portraits of the Queen onto the stones at Stonehenge. It's a bizarre thing to have happen. Just genuinely weird. Stonehenge doesn't have anything to fucking do with the Queen. I don't get it. I thought the London Bridge thing was just in falling down with Michael Douglas. I think it's real. It's in Arizona somewhere, isn't it? Hang on, I'm going to get through this conversation and I'll see. You're short a worker, by the way?
You're one worker short?
Yes, his name is Monty. He's vanished into thin air. That lazy
Is anybody actually
pig
called
living the
Monty?
high life
I can
on a
only think
farm
of that
somewhere.
golfer
I should never have
and
paid him in advance.
Montgomery Burns. When was the last time you saw Monty?
When was the last time you saw Monty?
He hasn't bothered to show up for work for at least 2 days.
It's like he's missing or something. I've heard that other people have gone missing too.
I've heard that other people have gone missing too.
Just what I'm saying. That's where the evil starts. Farum the
Evil.
fisherman told me something similar. His buddy William is no longer around. I bet that the orcs are behind all this.
I saw the Queen monument at the flower show. The Queen that looked like a daffy. I mean, there's sort of a resemblance, I guess, if you put her in sunglasses. Anyway, where can I find this Farim?
Where can I find this Farim?
He's a fisherman. I think that his hut is near the provision store of the Paladins, but I don't know for sure.
Okay, we'll find Farim. I'm getting kind of interested here. Farim. Or Farim. I've already forgotten how he pronounced it. Hang on, 1 second. If we tab out to London Bridge America Sale. How London Bridge... It is Arizona! Yes! How London Bridge ended up in Arizona. By the way, London Bridge is the shit one. What people... When a lot of people say London Bridge when they mean Tower Bridge. That's the impressive one. London Bridge looks trash. In 1968, I thought it was like 1850. There is no excuse in 1968. An American tycoon bought London Bridge, all 10,000 tons of it, and moved it brick by brick to the desert town of Lake Havasu City in Arizona. I don't think it even goes over a body of water in Arizona, because it's a desert. In the early 1960s, officials in England made a troubling discovery. London Bridge was falling down. The 1,000-foot span had stood for over 130 years and survived a strafing during World War II's London Blitz, but it was unequipped for modern traffic and was slowly sinking into the River Thames at a rate of 1 inch every 8 years. Renovations were deemed impractical, so the City of London resolved to build a wider, more car-friendly replacement. The 19th century granite bridge seemed destined for the junkyard, but a city's councillor named Ivan Luckin convinced his colleagues that it might be possible to sell it in the United States of America. In 1968, he crossed the pond to market the monument to prospective buyers. Anyway. Let's go back to the game. I like doing that voice, if I'm honest. I come off the stream for a minute and you're already sidetracked. It's because we were mentioning London Bridge. Anyway, London Bridge did get sold. I guess the new one... I mean, the new one looks basically the same, I think, just, you know, wider. We're looking for Farim. Where's Farim? Farim? Please? Farim? It's probably around here in one of these huts, right? He said he was in a hut. Hut? Near the sea? What, like over here somewhere? Hello? Near the sea. This is the sea. Well, this is like a bay or an inlet, right? Is he over here? There might be huts over here. I've never gone down here. Also, welcome, Screw. We weren't allowed up there, I think, were we? Farim? You over here? This looks kinda like a hut, sort of. I mean, it's a terrible hut. Farim? Yes, Farim! Oh, you poor man, you live here? Oh, no. I'm sorry, Farim. You can't really be doing well. You ever see how that built Embankment Underground Station, or how they built Embankment Underground Station? It's pretty nuts. Loads of folks just died trying to stop the Thames flooding the trench duct. No. I don't really know anything about how anything got built. I've never really looked into anything. Like, I live in a town with medieval walls in them, and I've never looked up where they came from or how they got built or anything. I'm vaguely interested, but I'm also lazy. And unless they put up one of those tourist signs giving, like, the history on a little plaque, I'm probably never going to bother. Yeah,
Hey,
Fareem,
you.
talk to me. You look ruggedly handsome, but also your eyes are a little bit lopsided and you're only blinking one at a time. Is there lead in these fish? Mercury! That's the thing, isn't it, that's in fish? There's a lot of mercury in fish. Does he have mercury poisoning? I don't know what mercury poisoning does, but blinking one eye exclusively kind of seems like it might be involved. Maybe it just has a glass eye. Or two.
You're a fisherman?
Now, how did you ever guess that?
I
Can't
reek
you
of
simply
mackerel.
leave me alone? Don't take it personally, but I haven't been too happy lately. It's that militia.
I don't care. What about your friend?
Your buddy William has disappeared?
So he has. He's a fisherman, but a little too big for his boots, I should add.
He's got
He should have
gigantism.
stayed well away from that bunch.
He's Andre the Giant. I wish Andre the Giant had been in more stuff. Whenever I see Princess Bride, I'm always very charmed by him. When did you last see him? I don't understand glass eyes. I would like... I'd like either just an eye patch. Oh god, for fuck's sake. Can somebody time out Peanut then? Thank you. Because Peter Falk had a glass eye, and I was rewatching Columbo recently, and I was thinking about glass eyes for some, as you do, because I was like, oh yeah, Peter Falk has a glass eye, and you can't really tell. It's a good glass eye. But I think if I lost an eye, I would probably just use a cool eye patch, or if I could, maybe a bionic eye. Like if I could get a cool glowing red eye, then sure, I'd like to do that. But short of that, just like a cool black eye patch. Maybe with like a little silver skull in the middle of it. You know, something like that. I think that would look good. I mentioned this recently. I was in my local pharmacy picking up medication, like last month. And I noticed for the first time, because I don't really hang around there very often and I had to wait because there was a queue, that there was a wall just full of eye patches in my local pharmacy. There is no possible way that they're selling enough eye patches to justify a wall of eye patches. But there was just a wall of, like, different styles of eye patch. And I was like, really? I've only seen one person in this town with an eye patch, and it looked cool, but how many eye patches can you go through? How does the removal of an eye heal? Enough to have a glass one popped in there, and how does it stay in? Whenever you see somebody with a glass eye, they do kind of squint on one eye, so I think you kind of have to hold it in place, don't you? Maybe? Maybe? Mercury poisoning makes you go mad. That's where Mad as a Hatter comes from, as hatters used to use mercury. Oh! Sorry, I don't know why I went that high-pitched, but oh! That's really interesting. A lot of kids need to wear eye patches in childhood. Oh, you've just unlocked a memory. I did that, but it wasn't really an eye patch. It was just they put like a plaster over like one lens of my glasses. Because this eye, my left eye, I know that it looks like I'm pointing at my right eye, but it's flipped. This eye has always been a little bit weaker than this eye. This eye is like 20/20 vision with glasses. This one is like... Honestly, you can poke this one out and I wouldn't notice. It's fine. I could wear an eye patch over this and it'd be alright. But, yeah, I used to have a patch over my eye for about 6 months when I was very, very young. I'd forgotten about that until just then. I always wanted the eye patch as a kid. The movie nerd kid attire. When did you last see your friend, by the way?
When did you last see him?
Only a few days ago.
Maybe he just went out to sea to fish.
Maybe he just went out to sea to fish.
That's not very likely. His boat is still moored in the harbor.
You could, I don't know. Can you catch fish with your bare hands while swimming? Like, I don't know, maybe he's a furry and his fursona is a leopard seal. I'm sorry, his blinking is really fucking with me. I don't like how he's only blinking one eye. It's very distracting. It's really weird. What's he been up to?
What's he been up to?
William had some shady dealings with those crooks. I think it was all about contraband that he sold to the bastards.
And which bastards would those be, my friend?
What bastards would those be?
I don't know who they are or what their business is here in Corinus. I only know the place where they met up with William.
Okay.
I just happened to see William there when I was fishing in the bay.
And where exactly is it?
Where exactly is that meeting
Some
place?
leads.
There's a
The
bay
man has a
opposite the
disability.
harbor,
Leave him
north of
alone.
here.
He's
You
winking
can
at
only
you.
reach it by
Welcome,
boat
Sergeant.
or
Ooh.
swim. There's a beach there and a small fishing camp. That's where I saw them.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I've heard this screw, by the way. I remember I read horrible histories as a kid, and I had one on pirates, and they mentioned this. Pirates wore the eye patch because it was useful to have one eye used to the dark, as you got to go under the deck often. And with an eye patch, you don't have to wait till the eyes get accustomed. Yeah, it was like caves and under deck, if it was poorly lit. You just, even if you had one eye working fine, you would just flip it up, and then, you know, your eyes would already be accustomed to the dark. It's nice. You already had night vision. I think I've heard enough then. I'm not going to placate him with Hill Surface again. He's probably dead. Or worse.
I think I've heard enough.
They may have
Spare
removed his
yourself
arms and
the
legs
effort.
and are using him as
I
some
don't
sort of
believe you'll
horrific
find him.
sex toy. And I believe they call them meat nuggets. In this world I've created. Is that the most disturbing image I've ever used on stream? It might be. That's pretty fucked up. Okay, so where exactly am I going from there? Living on a hole. I hate that I know what that is because of the internet. I despise that I know what that is, to be honest. The word own a hole. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. Own a hole. Anyway, is it this way? Something around a beach? I wasn't even paying attention to what he was saying. I was busy coming up with things. Missing people. Complaining about his worker, Monty? Oh, fuck off. It's not that one. Where are the missing people? Some cutthroats in a bay north of the harbour. So where's north? I don't have a compass. North of the harbour. If this is north, up, then I'm going the wrong way. Like, I'm currently going west. But I have no idea. Maybe? Like, is this west? I don't know what north is. I don't have a compass. I don't know if up on the map is north. The beach is on the other side. Go to where the... yes, okay, it is north. Good to know. Thank you, Screw. Wrong way or to Galway. Thought they just had a lot of eye injuries from pirate balls. That probably is it as well. I mean, they had a lot of peg legs for actual reasons, because a cannon takes off a limb pretty easily. But, you know, if you get hit by a cannon in the face, losing an eye would probably be the least of your worries. You would probably just take off your entire head, or at least half of it. So, you know, not much a patch can do at that point. Just jump into the water by the crane and swim. Ooh, I forgot you can swim in this game. And it's less aggressively bad than it was in the first game as well. So even better. It is getting dark, though, which worries me. Hello, friends. I've found your maybe missing people case. I don't know. Let me quick save, by the way, because I haven't saved since starting. And this game is prone to crashing at random points. It's like around here? Fuck it. Yay! Oh, okay. We still have the diving mechanic. But we can swim! Lovely. It's quite fast, too. This is faster than I can swim. I can swim relatively well. I don't do it as often as I want to. I actually looked up the water temperature yesterday, because it was very, very sunny, and I was like, you know what? It's only May, but I wonder, you know, because of global warming, is the water here, like, warm enough to swim in right now? And, I checked it up, and no. The water is currently, like, 12 degrees here, or 11 degrees. And I was like, okay, probably pretty unpleasant. I'd want to get it to, like, 17, 18 degrees, ideally, to go sea swimming, basically. Because, I live in Ireland, so there's basically only 2 months of the year you can swim and not be frigid afterwards. Let's just save. There we go. Spicy... Oh, I thought it said spicy clam. Aw. I wanted spicy clams. Some delicious clam. I'm an Australian and I can't fucking swim. I have very rarely met anybody who can't swim. Oh, there's a person, by the way. You look a bit like a pirate. Is that stereotypical to say? That's a very pirate look. Some fish. Can I just steal from you first, by the way? I mean, yeah, I mean, everybody in Australia lives by the coast, right? Like, nobody lives in that middle bit. Also, Australians, I thought it was mandatory that you have to surf. That seems like a thing, right? It's like being Irish and not knowing how to boil an entire side of ham. Skip, hello.
Last. I've been waiting here for hours.
Okay, I think it's fair to say he's a pirate.
You're not a merchant from town, are you? Where is Baltram?
Who the fuck is Baltram? I don't know any Baltram, my good man.
Baltram? You're waiting for a merchant?
Smart kid, aren't you?
No. Oh no.
That's what I just said, isn't it? That good-for-nothing junk merchant.
I love
seems
this
to have
voice actor.
forgotten me. If only I could get my hands on him.
He's speaking a bit like Hulk Hogan. I can't wait to get my hands on him. Very, very bad. Who are you? Skip?
Who are you?
I don't see how that's any of your business. But if you must know, my name is Skip. Does that ring a bell?
Not even a tiny
Are
bit.
you telling me you've never heard of Skip? Holy shit! Where do you live? I'm one
Up
of
until
Gothic
recently,
city's
under a
wanted
collapsed
criminals.
tower.
Me and my boys have been the scourge of the waters around this crummy island for years. Come on, you must have heard of me.
I don't know, should we feed into this a little bit? We had surf classes first year of high school. I think I had surf classes as well around the same time in Ireland. Because I think there's some Irish surfing, enthusiasm. I don't know what I'm trying to say. People come to Ireland to surf sometimes because despite the water being very cold, you do get very aggressive high waves. Because, it's not a very pleasant place to be. So I think people like surfing in Ireland sometimes in a sort of rugged way. But, yeah, we were taught to swerf. Swerf? That's the opposite. We were taught to surf. Well, in a way, doesn't society teach you to swerf? But anyway, we were taught to surf at one point, and I have forgotten how, because it was about a week. Not only is the water cold, it wants to kill you. It's a lot of riptides. Just never been good at swimming. Yeah, I wasn't very good at surfing, but I am okay at swimming. Swimming is okay. I like swimming, and I like swimming in the sea. I frequently, if I go swimming, I will just float on my back and fall asleep for 10 minutes. I just like it. And then wake up in the open ocean and go, it's fine, and swim back. Probably shouldn't do that. In England, we are taught to swap rather than surf. Anyway, sounds scary, Lamau. You're a pirate. I'll say that. Yar har fiddle-dee-dee. Being a pirate is alright with me. What's the next line? You can do what you want because a pirate is free. We are a pirate. Something like that. I can't remember. I remember the memes.
You're a pirate.
Yes, damn it. That's plain to see. And a cross one at that. I'm so bored.
Would a pirate say
I bet you
cross?
like
I kind of consider that a posh word. I kind of think only posh people who are putting on airs would call themselves cross. Oh, I'm so cross. Where did you come from?
Where do you come from?
You want to
Where
know
did you
where
go?
our hideout is? If I tell you that, I might as well invite the militia to arrest me.
I might want to become a
In
pirate.
case you would like to pay us a visit, it wouldn't help you in the least. The island of Corinus is large, and no one ever gets to where we are anyway. Unless they have a cog or some other ship. And then you'd have to find your way through the cliffs as well. Nobody gets through there unless they know the secret path. There are only 2 people who know the path, and you're not one of them.
If only 2 people know the way to your pirate hideout, it can't be much of a hideout if it's just 2 guys hanging out in a room. It sounds like more of an awkward pirate green room than a hideout. Oh yeah, I completely forgot you're Australian. There'll be sharks, won't they? Yeah, fuck that then. I find sharks cute, but I still don't want to go near them, really. Unless I'm in chainmail. I mean, Jesus. You have great whites there. The largest shark we have in Ireland is, I think, dogfish. And maybe a basking shark, occasionally. We do not have sharks. There's the occasional dolphin in the summer. That's about it. A seal, sometimes. We do not have anything dangerous in our waters. It's lovely. Lots of citizens are missing.
A lot
Also,
of
what has been
citizens
sent
are
in my
missing,
chat?
and everything seems to indicate that you're not quite innocent in the matter.
Damn it. It's not what you think it is. Do I look like a slave trader to you?
How would I know?
No, I only transport goods. What they are and where they come from.
I respect and
is
fear
no
them.
concern of mine.
I've always thought they were very
ship all
cute, but, you
kinds of
know, they
things
do have
from
very large
swine.
teeth.
First, it was just regular stuff. Well, sometimes it may have been contraband. But then they started to kidnap the inhabitants of the city. No idea what they're planning to do with them. All we did was ferry them across.
Sew them all together? I don't know, I'm just trying to think of what... I kind of want this game to take, like, a really dark, fucked up turn. Like, we find them and it's just, like... Some of them have no limbs and some of them have 8 limbs. You know, shit like that. Like, just real Mengele stuff. Like, real horrible shit is happening. It would be funny to me. Where did you take these people? Where are they?
Where did you take those people?
That might
I
have clipped the
already
mic.
told you. I'm not going to tell you where our bay is.
Who are you talking about?
The bandits, of course. Who else? The filthy scum who are making themselves at home all over the island. And not just here, around Corinus.
Just bandits isn't good enough. Tell me exactly where they are so I can, let's be honest, not kill them because I'm a weak boy.
Just bandits isn't good enough for me. I want a name.
A name? You want to know who's leading the bandits? Damn it! What was that bastard's name again? I just can't recall his name. Even if it wasn't all
That sounds suspicious.
But I can show you where to find the boss of the gang in this part of Corinus.
Sure.
You got a decent map?
No.
Then I guess I'll have to give you a
Ah,
description.
fucker.
There's a very big farm far to the east.
Yes,
The
we know
farmer's
that.
name is Onar, I think. He's got some fairly large fields. To the south of those fields, there's
Yeah.
a small fortress on a high cliff. That's where you'll find your man. I
Okay.
remember his name now.
Dexter.
Yes.
Of
I think
course
they
his name
call
is
him
Dexter. I do not think of Dexter being a particularly medieval name. Dexter, I can't imagine being born later than, like, or earlier than, like, 1990. And then, that's nice. Thank you, Skip. Skip actually turned out to be a pretty stand-up guy. I quite liked dealing with Skip. Skip didn't try and kill me at any point during that. Dexter was a shadow in D1. Oh, yes, I remember that. Yes, he wanted me to steal the recipe. And I never did, because by the time I did get my hands on the recipe, I had already joined the swamp camp and they wouldn't talk to me. So yeah, I remember him. Dexter. Cool. I mean, when I think of Dexter, really, I don't think I've ever met anybody called Dexter. Dexter to me is Dexter's Laboratory or Dexter the serial killer from The Thing. Now might be a good time to go with Lars to return the ornament. Good stuff. Structure. Structure in my life is what I need. Let's swim back. I assume I can, at least. Yeah, there's some docks over here. I'll be able to climb up, surely. Let's go on an adventure. Go to the mercenary camp. Oh, I like the waves as well. I like the little wave animation. See, this is what I enjoy. I like the feeling of just floating in empty space. Like, there's, in my town, there's a sort of bay where I'll go swimming sometimes in the summer. And it looks a little bit like this. It's much longer. It's on a very long sandy beach. But it kind of opens up a little bit like this. And so once you go past these rocks, it's just, you can see just the open sea, like the open Irish Sea, just in front of you. And so if you don't turn back around and see the land, you can just pretend that you're just floating in the middle of the ocean. And I find it quite nice. I kind of like it. I just like floating there and looking out. It's cool. I think I might have a photo of it somewhere that I took. Because last summer, I got like a little waterproof like pouch for my phone, so I could take my phone into the ocean, and it worked fine. But it meant I could take pictures in the ocean, and I have one of me just like floating in the middle of nowhere. It's fun. I like it. Same. I don't know. I just like swimming. It's one of the few bits of exercise that I find genuinely fun, and not like, you know, like I occasionally still go running, although it is way too fucking hot right now to go running. I mean, I'm talking to some Australians in the chat, so they will laugh at me, but it's 20 degrees here now, which is too hot for me. I think I would die if I was in Australia. But yeah. I can't stand the heat, basically. So I've been going on long walks instead, and I want to go swimming because it's just genuinely fun. But running, I think it's weird. When I'm running, I always despise it while I'm doing it, and then about 5 minutes later, I'm like, that was kind of fun. You know, it's like rose-tinted glasses that kick in immediately. Anyway, 20 degrees is hot for me. I mean, it's going to get back up. It's been the hottest years on record the last few years in Ireland, because, you know, we've destroyed the planet. There's drought warnings in Ireland. That should never happen. I didn't grow up with drought warnings and mosquitoes, and now you can't fucking get away from either of those things. So anyway, you get, it's gonna go up to 32, 33 degrees again this summer, and I am not going to leave the house. I cannot stand it. That's how it goes. Never get getting it done, but it gets dull. Hate running, get bored. I kind of like it. Like, because I only run for like 25 minutes at a time. So it's not, I can listen to most of an album and then walk back and listen to the rest of the album is usually what I do. Sometimes streams or podcasts, but a lot of the time it's like, I'll just put my music on shuffle, or just put the latest album that I've downloaded on and just kind of run until it stops. It's nice. Anyway, layers. It doesn't get below 20 much in Perth. Oh, God. My ideal temperature, I said this before and people laughed at me, but my ideal temperature is, I would say, between 12 and 16 degrees Celsius. Below that is fine. I can just put on a jacket, but, like, you know, leisurely comfort weather. You know, that's fine, 12. And then over 16, I start to get irritated and hot. So, you know, that's my limit. Scotland, then? Yeah, Scotland or Ireland, to be honest. Also, welcome, Panda. Like, Scotland or Ireland, or, you know, England, maybe. Like, that kind of weather is not... I like this climate. I think if I were to move anywhere, which I'm planning to, out of the country at some point over the next few years, I'd like to go somewhere with a similar climate, or maybe even colder. This summer we had way too many 49-degree days. That makes me frightened, because I think... That can't be safe for humans. Basically 50 degrees Celsius? You can't live in that, surely. You must... That must cause a lot of people to die. That's horrible. Because it did that in India a few weeks ago. It hit 50 degrees, didn't it? Or 45? Jesus Christ. Anyway. Literally nothing you can do when it's too hot. It's awful. 24 to 29 for me. Oof. My dad and my brother are the same. They can handle really hot weather. In fact, my parents are moving to Portugal soon. Portugal? No, Spain. Same thing. They're the same country. They're moving to Spain soon. And I don't know how my mom is going to handle the weather. It's, I mean, Jesus. It's not going to be good for her, because she has my complexion. She's very pale and kind of gothy. So she burns at the drop of a hat. My dad doesn't. He tans and loves hot. But my mum is gonna be very displeased when she realizes how hot it's gonna be. Don't let any Iberian hear you say that. I don't know the difference between Portugal and Spain, really. They speak a different language, but it sounds the same to me. There are cold and snowy parts of Australia? Really? There are parts of Australia that snow? I guess probably high up, right? Does it snow on the top of Uluru? I don't know anything about Australia. I used to go to a carvery restaurant when I was very, very young with my parents called Uluru. That's why I know that word. It was owned by some Australians. Portuguese is just an angry Russian sounding Spanish. What was I talking about? Oh, yes. Tell me. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay,
A lot of
let's go.
snow at customs.
I cannot leave
I've
here
seen
until I
nothing
know
to
more
declare.
about the missing people.
Oh!
Or someone else takes over my duties.
About those missing people.
About those missing people.
Tell me what you know.
Tell me what you know.
The first was William, one of the fishermen here in Corinus. One day, he simply didn't return. At first, we thought that one of those sea monsters out there had eaten him in his boat for breakfast.
So there are
But
actual
not too
sea
long
monsters.
afterwards,
Maybe I shouldn't be
other
floating in
people
the
started
water.
disappearing from the town and the surroundings.
Portugal and Spain are the
We ran
same,
into
just like
cases.
England and Ireland.
Everyone's at a loss so far. The way it looks, we'll just have to wait until we find.
Is it one of those things where I would get stabbed if I was in Portugal and said it was Spain? Because that's basically the vibe there. Isn't this a case for the police? Because they do lots of stuff.
Isn't this a case for the militia?
The militia is pretty useless.
It's like
if you
saying
ask
Germany
me.
and Switzerland is the same.
They're never going to clear this up. The missing people have just vanished into thin air.
No, they're not. Like, I don't. When I think of Germany, I think of different stereotypes than I think of Switzerland. When I think of Switzerland, I think of Alps, cows with bells on them, chocolate, stolen gold, and banks, meadows, that kind of thing. Back. When I think of Germany, I think of, people dancing in lederhosen and then, ruthlessly efficient car manufacturing. Well, it's all true. Must be very annoying having a bell around your neck as the cow. What's the purpose of that? My former boss is Portuguese, and he asked if my neighbours were Portuguese or Spanish, and I said I couldn't tell, and he was shook. People say that I've had people in this chat come in and say, "Are you Scottish or Irish?" That one always weirds me out because I can't tell. I can't see how you would confuse them. But I guess from outside, they probably sound fairly similar, right? Especially because there's regional versions of both. You'd probably just go, I don't know. I've been skiing in the Australian mountains. Didn't know we had snow when I was a kid. Because when I think of Australia, I think of red sand, and that's red sand and basically the set of Neighbours. That is the two images in my head of red sand with kangaroos hopping across it and like dingoes and shit, and then beaches with people barbecuing on them, and then the set of Neighbours. That's what I think of when I think of Australia. It's so the cows can't hide. Aww. To be honest, Portugal is a strange place. Sort of Mediterranean, but also Atlantic Cornish ruggedness. Sounds kind of nice. Can we go?
Okay, let's go.
I cannot leave here until we know more about the missing people. Or someone
All of
else
Australia
takes
looks
over
like
my
Ramsey Street, exactly. So I need to fucking learn more about the missing people? But I already... We just learned that he's... We learned stuff. Like, hang on. Pirate trade, the missing people. Oh, do we have to fucking talk with the farmers first? Ask him about Vatris, what his job is and stuff. Okay. You. I guess we should exhaust everything. So what's your business with Vatris?
So what's your business with Vatras?
I've got this little agreement with the water mages, you see.
What kind of an agreement?
Why
We
am I
work for
talking
them,
like this?
And they see to it
What
that our
kind
past
of
in the penal
agreement?
colony doesn't get us into trouble.
You're talking about the Ring of Water?
You've heard of it?
I have to
Not
leave soon
just
for a
told me about
Ramstein
it.
concert.
You
See you
might
soon. Have a
mentioned
lot of
that right
fun.
away.
Okay. Tell me more about this Ring of Water.
Tell me more about the Ring of Water.
The ring is to the water mages what the paladins are to the fire magicians. But
I
unlike
sort of
the
get it.
paladins, we
Like the
operate in
blades.
background. The
Yeah,
ring
you're
is
the
a mighty
blades, I get
weapon
it.
in the battle against the dangers that
TYBB.
threaten the people of Corinthus. But this only works as long as we keep the identity of all those secret who belong to the Ring of Water.
You haven't been doing a fantastic job
So
of that
keep
so
this to
far.
yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
Sure.
you just told me. I want to join the Ring of Water, please.
I want to join the Ring of Water.
That's fine with me. But the decision about whether you will be accepted or not lies with the water mages alone.
What did you do to impress them?
What did you do to impress
Sorry
the
for
water
the yawn.
mages?
I protected them for a long time when we were still living with the barrier, and they have plenty of reason to be grateful to me.
Okay. What's it like to belong to the ring? I don't know why they keep putting it in, like, air quotes. What's it like to belong to this ring?
What's it like to belong to the Ring?
We are very different from the usual communities you can join here in Corinthus. Once you're one of
Lot
us,
more
we're not
slaving.
going to ask anything of you that you are not ready to do. The only thing we truly require of you is to keep quiet. We work in secret and do not want to let outsiders know who our members are.
I love the
We shall keep an
inconsistency
eye
of the
on
subtitles, by the way.
Everything else
Some of them
remains to be
disappear after
seen.
a second, some of them stay on way too long, some of them aren't translated, they're still in German. It's fantastic.
I see.
Tell me more about Lee and his mercenaries?
About those missing people.
You don't have to ask me that.
Okay, let's go.
I cannot leave here until we know more about this, or someone else takes over my duties.
Tell me more about Lee and his mercenaries.
What do you want to know?
How do I find the landowner's farm? There we go.
How do I find the landowner's farm?
It's quite simple. You leave the seaport by the east gate and then follow the path towards the
Asking the
east.
first time.
I can take you there if you want.
Yes! Yes, please! Take me there, please! Why aren't you with Lee and the mercenaries?
Why aren't you with Lee and his mercenaries?
But I am, just not on the farm. You could say I'm our outpost in the city. We don't want the ship to sail without us.
Fair enough. What ship?
What ship were you talking about?
The one that's getting built?
It's on the open sea harbor, behind the cliffs.
Huh.
Lee and a few of his people really want to get away from here.
I
But
can
that
see
take
why.
a while.
It seems
Why?
awful.
You better ask Lee about that.
Besides, it
If
used
you
to be
meet
a
him,
prison
he's got
colony. I
plans.
mean, you'd probably want to get far away from there, right? You wouldn't want, like, you know, if I was put in prison and then, like, all of the walls became transparent and you could leave, I would still not want to live in the prison. You know, like, seems a bit, I'd leave and go very far away from there, just for my own mental health.
Tell me more about the mercenaries.
Well, if you're as tough as you were back then, you shouldn't have any problems with them.
I'm
Most
really
of them are
not.
ruffians, and if you can't stand up to them,
Jesus, I'm
you
so
won't get
not.
far.
Although now that I know
If
the
you're
block
squeamish,
thing...
you don't have a chance of joining them.
Right. What exactly do you do here?
What exactly do you do here at the harbor?
I'm doing what we all do. I fulfill the tasks the water mages
Fuck, he's
give me.
vague.
Some of the missing people were fishermen.
Okay.
They disappeared along with their boats.
Yes.
That's why I'm standing here, watching the harbor. Maybe something will happen yet. But you could help me. Listen,
Yeah?
I shall give you my aquamarine ring. It signifies that the bearer belongs to the Ring of Water. If you wear my ring, the rest of us will know that you're acting on my behalf. Get someone to take over my duties. So that I can
Okay,
take
there
the
we go.
ornament back. One of us is always keeping an eye on the marketplace, but I don't know whose turn it is. You had better go talk to all those standing around there. Once the right man sees my aquamarine ring on you, he will let you know. Tell him to see to it that somebody else takes over here at the harbor.
Okay, fine. End. Fine. Good stuff. Let's go wander around. Although I'd like to sleep. Although we learned a trick last time. I can't remember who told me. It might have been Screw. That we can just sort of run in, use a bed quickly, and then people won't get mad. Although all of the beds might be occupied now. 1 second. Because I would like it to be light, because I can barely see. And I can't really up the gamma in this game. Wait, can I? Oh, I think there is. There wasn't in the first game, but I think there's video settings that let me up the brightness now. Although they don't really seem to do much, to be honest. It's a little bit better. I mean, for me, at least. I don't know how it looked. They'll get up once you enter the house. Okay, fantastic. Let's try this. F5. Oh, this one's free anyway. Yay, free bed. Get in quickly before they...
What
before...
do you want here? Go!
I just want to sleep. Leave me alone. There you go. Bye. Sorry. Lovely.
Smart kid.
Bye. Did she just call me smart kid when I'm clearly... I would say a minimum 37 years old in this game. Like, I can't be young. And she looked younger than me. There's no way that I am a kid. Hello, Brian. Pablo. Thorben. Regis. Apparently I'm looking to Baltram. Citizen. Citizen. You're Rupert. I remember you. Where was Baltram? Pablo. Did you do any smith grinding yet? No, I didn't. Not yet. Well, basically, I still... Oh, no. Oh, no, I did a tiny bit of smithing. Like, I did. I forgot about that. I completely forgot that we already handed in the orc thing and became his apprentice. Yes, we made, like, 3 or 4 swords and sold off some stuff. So I have 678 gold now. I didn't do any off-screen, though. I might do that. Although, apparently, there's, like, a specific place that you can go to grind up. Where, like, things just repopulate. Like, all the... What's it called? All the stock will just repopulate. But I have enough gold for now. It's probably fine, right? To the marketplace. Oh, yeah, this is the marketplace. That's like the Master's Street down there, isn't it? Rengaroo. Citizen. Sarah. Darren. Sorry, I find it objectively very funny when they have normal names like Darren and Derek and shit like that. It's very funny. There you are, Baltram. Hello.
Welcome, stranger. My name is Baltram.
Welcome, stranger. My name is Baltram.
I don't have much in stock right now.
This guy sounds like every extra. Oh, I never put on the ring. I thought it would do it automatically. Hang on. This guy sounds like every extra in The Sopranos. I've been watching a lot of Sopranos recently. I'm nearly finished with season 2. It's extremely great. Really good show. But every mobster sounds exactly like that.
And Gabagool.
Hey, Tony. Just, sure. Where's this ring? The ring is probably down here. Is there a sort inventory button? Do we know? Because there's a lot of inventory. And I don't see a way to sort it. Wolf skin. Recognition ring. There we go. Put that on. It gives me nothing except some value and, I assume, letting me talk to people. I found Thorben really weird just now because it's so extremely normal. Never found any piece of media that had a Thorben. Is Thorben a normal name? Thorben? How much do you want to murder Janice Soprano? Not as irritating as the mother, but unbelievably irritating. Although, we did just like I said, we're nearly finished season 2. We did just get to the bit where she does an extremely extreme thing. No spoilers. And I found it unbelievably funny. Anyway, mobster NPCs, exactly. Mobster NPCs. It is a pretty common name. Thorben? Really? But it's TH like Thomas. Oh, so Torben. Torben. especially among millennial men. What, there's like some oily bearded hipster called Torben in Germany. I've never heard this name in my life, I'll just be honest with you. Baltrum, I'm wearing the ring now. Look at my ring.
I see that you bear
Look
the
close.
sign of the Ring of Water.
Lick it.
So, are you a member too?
What if I am?
Then I would tell you that
God, he's a
Lawrence wants to
terrible
be
mobster.
relieved from his post
Never heard of
down
Torben in
harbor.
Australia either.
Fine. If that's so, I'll see to it that somebody deals with it.
I see.
Hey, oh, bada bing, bada boom. Hey, here in the Ring of Water, we don't take kindly to that. Fucking, is that it then? End. Can I just say the textures in this game are so much better than Gothic 1? It's not even a contest. Oh yes, definitely. It looks so much better. Like, you can tell that Gothic 1 gave them a bit of money, because Gothic 1 does not look bad. Gothic 1 looks completely fine. Nothing wrong with how Gothic 1 looks, especially considering it came out in, what, 2001? It is not a bad looking game. Gothic 2 looks way better. It just looks, everything looks sharper and more interesting. That retaining wall in Gothic 1 would be smeared, yes. Now it has individual bricks. Probably hired more than one artist, I imagine. Let's go back down. Hello, Pablo. No, you're not Pablo. Where was Pablo? Pablo was here right now. Right, like 5 minutes ago. More like hired an artist. A lot of early 90s games, or late 90s games, I suppose, have what is called programmer art, right? Where a lot of the UX design and art is considered a side purchase rather than the main staff. And so a lot of the time you can tell that it was done as like placeholder stuff and they never replaced it. It happens a lot. Now it tends to happen with what's it called? Open source software more than anything. And oh yes, the dialogue. This is a controversial thing that I'm about to say, right? I think most games have very bad writing. Most of them. I would say 95% of games are written by idiots. Like, the writing is not good, and people don't expect it to be good. I think if you got like a film critic or a literature critic or something to review the scripts or like transcripts of a video game plot, they would laugh at it. It does not get held up to the same. Thankfully, it does not get held up to the same regard for video game developers. It's getting better, definitely. Sounds about right, I agree with you. It's definitely getting better. Like, I think nerd fan fiction written by devs, basically, yes. Like, I think there are some good examples, like some Valve games and stuff like that, have some fantastic writing. Disco Elysium recently was, I would say, maybe the first game that I've played that I think would hold up as literature. But, you know, the fact that that's notable says a lot about it, to be honest. 99% of video game plots are just Deus Ex Machina, a moment happens, and again, and again, and again. I don't think it's necessarily bad, but hard to follow often. Yeah, I mean, you can tell that games, a lot of the time, are... the writers for games tended to be people who wanted to write movies, maybe, but didn't get into it because they weren't good enough, which is incredibly rude of me to say. Or people who never tried, like people who just wrote games because they didn't go to screenwriting school, you know, that kind of thing. Dialogue often just feels unnatural. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. Some people are very good at it, some people are not. Like in Dragon Age, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm enjoying the ride. That's how I kind of felt about Gothic 1. I was not paying as much attention as I should have been, but also it was very convoluted sometimes. Anyway, I get the hang of it eventually. A lot of the time you have to be paying a lot of attention, and not because it's particularly deep, it's because it's told in a kind of scattered way. Anyway, you, Laris, we're done, right? I talked to Baltrum.
I have talked to Baltram. He will find someone to relieve you.
Ah, very good. Then we can finally leave here. You had better keep my aquamarine ring for now.
Also, being kind to them, it's harder to do
until you get your own.
writing in a video game, I think, sometimes. Because, you know, it's player-driven a lot of the time, so you can't always rely on the player to see what you're portraying. So, you know, a lot of the time, like, what else he's supposed to do but have, like, codexes and lore books and shit like that to fill in what the player's missing later. You know, like, otherwise the exposition could get really fucking annoying. And, you know, a lot of the time, you're like, you know, like, the player could be looking off in the wrong fucking direction because they have control of the camera while something important and lore relevant is happening. So, you know, you might just miss stuff. So it can't be massively easy unless you just have peppered with cutscenes, but then that feels like it's taking agency away from the player. So, you know, basically, I barely know what I'm talking about. Would be very complex, I imagine so. Can I just say, I do admire the fact that they clearly had the ability to make the player's ponytail look less shit, but they decided to keep it like that to stay consistent. It is the worst hair I've ever seen. It's awful. It's genuinely awful. It's somewhere between a ponytail and a mullet, but it isn't quite either of them. It is... I want to forcibly shave his head, genuinely. I hate his hair so much. I hate his whole look. I hate it. That was a great hair graphic back in the day. I cannot stand looking at it. Like, the hair, the ponytail, the fucking goatee, everything about him screams misogynist Redditor. I really hate it. Let's go, by the way, Laris.
Okay,
I've done your bidding.
Where?
Where the fuck do you think? Let's take the ornament back. Come on.
Let's take Vatris's ornament back.
Then let's go. Follow me.
I've never forgiven Kojima for the cutscene in Metal Gear 2. I've never played in the Metal Gear ones, although I think I've heard that one cutscene is like half an hour long. Is that the one? I think Mass Effect and Cyberpunk have good stories. It has a lot of problems, the story is good. I would agree with Mass Effect. I fucking love Mass Effect. I think Mass Effect 2 might be one of my favorite games of all time. It's weird, it never really comes up for me when somebody asks me what my favorite game of all time is. I usually say Thief 2. Which does not have a very good story either. It's not a good story. But, I always say, like, Thief 2, Neverwinter Nights, Half-Life, you know, that kind of stuff. For some reason, Mass Effect 2 never comes into my mind, but I think it probably is one of my favorite games. It's like a 9 out of 10. I genuinely love it. Mass Effect 1 as well, and I never finished 3. Because I got kind of burned out on playing Mass Effect because I played them all in a row. And I was like, oh, I'll come back to this in like a couple of months when I'm feeling more up to it, and then never did. Same, oh my god. Only because his face texture is actually a photograph of the gameplay director, is it? But yeah, I really love... I mean, Mass Effect does suffer from the BioWare thing where... It's a very horny game, basically.
Now that we're no longer in town and cannot be overheard, let me tell you a little more. We are now going to take this ornament
that's
that
ominous.
You brought me back to Satyrus. You remember
Yes, he
Satyrus,
tried to
don't
kill
you?
me last time I saw him. Yes, I do remember Satyrus. He tried to kill me. I actually love 3. I've heard that 3 is kind of... People have come round on 3, I think, especially after patches. I remember it was very controversial when it first came out, but I think 3 is well regarded now. It's Andromeda that's the one that people don't like now, right? Which I'm never going to play properly, because I heard literally nothing good about it. Mine more planets, try to bang more blue ladies. I was all about Tali. I fucking love Tali in those games. I think I slept with Liara in the first one. I really liked Tali. None of your choices matter in the end. It only changes the color of the lighting. That's the main problem that I heard, basically. It's one of those, you know, you make all of these advanced choices throughout the game and the world changes and stuff like that. But in the end, it's just kind of like 3 or 4 different endings that are all stock. Anyway, sure.
Certainly.
But I should play it to the end because I really do like the story.
The new camp.
We lads from the former new camp still have good relations with the water mages. Even Lee will still protect the water mages against any danger today if it's within his power. To keep up the contact with the water mages, I'm in town most of the time, working together with Vatris. And this is the armor that is issued
Armor?
to each of
Yes.
us by the water mages. The members of the Ring of
Please
Water
give me
have been
armor.
wearing such
Please.
armor since before the Orc Wars.
What is Cavalorn's part in this? He wasn't a follower of the new camp, as far as I know.
You are right. Our community has grown. Even I do not.
I didn't even
how many
notice
there are
that.
by now. But let us move on.
I know
want
for a
to get
fact I
further
beat the
away
game, but
from
I don't
the
remember a
city.
single thing
We can
about it.
talk more
I
about it
was
later.
similar, actually, with Dragon Age Origins, because Dragon Age Origins is another one of my favorites. I love Dragon Age Origins. I was surprised how little I remembered of that game, because I went to... I watch a YouTuber called Many a True Nerd, who I'd recommend. He's a very good YouTuber. Doesn't need my help, but you know, he's doing well. But like, it's an English YouTuber called Many a True Nerd, and he did a playthrough of all of Dragon Age Origins and the DLCs and stuff like that. I'd say I remembered about 20% of that game, and I played through it and finished it, and I really enjoyed it. But I don't think I did a single side quest. I was quite young. Anyway, about those missing people. Do I have any
About
other
those
options
missing
here?
people.
Nah, that's fine. Let's move on then. Let's go. Thanks for the lore. I was barely listening. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Stay close behind me.
I will, don't worry, because I can barely fight in this game, so I'll be, you know, leaning heavily on you. Because I'm very fragile. Although I have cleared out some animals and stuff along this path, so it should be smooth shailing. Sure. I'm Sean Connery now, apparently. Smooth sailing. Why did he talk like that? Because he's very Scottish, but I've never heard another Scottish person sound like that. Was it a speech impediment? I don't really know. I think I kind of like Sean Connery. I haven't really seen him in that much. Like, I watched Dr. No, and that's kind of the only James Bond movie I've seen, and he was alright in it. He was good in The Rock with Nicolas Cage.
Are you still holding up?
Yes,
That
I'm
fellow over
fine.
there has problems with bandits.
Oh,
Too bad
that's
for
interesting.
him, but we don't have time for that now.
Ooh, that's interesting. That changes based on whether you've talked to this guy first or not. That's cool. Let's move on then. Sure. If you're not going to help me, sure.
Let's move on.
I guess Mass Effect is a bit like the Telltale games then, right? Hunt for Red October. I was about to say, isn't there like a one that people like where he's on a submarine? Is that Hunt for Red October? Never got why you played a Spaniard and Highlander with a Scottish accent. Yeah, that's another one I've seen. I remember really liking Highlander as a kid. I have no idea if it's still a good movie. Like, I have no idea if it's good or not. But I remember I really enjoyed it as a kid. Maybe it's because the soundtrack is really good. I'm not even a huge Queen fan, but that soundtrack is great. Here we are, we're the princes of the universe. It's a good album. What else has he been in? Oh, I watched him in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Not League of Gentlemen, that's a different thing. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and that is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's genuinely terrible.
So much for you, filthy beast.
Oh, I thought he was talking to me for a second. I helped a little bit. I get the nationalism, but surely becoming an actor if you refuse to use a different accent is a bit of a ridiculous idea. Like, even Sean Bean will occasionally use a different accent. Not often, but like he wasn't as northern in Oblivion, for instance. Or if you're going to just use the northern accent, maybe just take like northern roles or Scottish roles, you know, stuff like that. Because otherwise it does sound a little bit silly. I'm from Spain. It's just a bit weird. Or at least have the decency to do an outrageous accent. Like, the guy who played... Is it Mandy Patinkin played Inigo Montoya in The Princess Bride? I watched that recently, and his accent is one of the most ludicrous accents I have ever heard in my life. And it's so fucking funny all the way through. I love it. Do that. Where is he? Oh, he's still going. Okay. This forest is very cozy. I love forests in general. I should probably drop my weapon. Here we go. At least I'm getting experience for this. And there we go. I did nothing. Thank you. Thank you, Lairs. I like forests in general. I really like forests. Like, there's not enough forests in Ireland, which is annoying. Like, there's very few. this isn't one of my pet peeves that I've talked about a lot on this stream, to the point where regular viewers will probably be annoyed by it. But ooh, a potion. Ooh, a healing root. Ooh, a digger meat. Should I pray at the statue of Innos? Whatever. But what was I saying? I've already forgotten. Oh yeah, Ireland has the lowest natural forest cover in in Europe. We decimated it. Between the English and the Irish, both doing it at different times, we fucking destroyed our forests. The average old growth forest, sorry, we did it, we continued it. You're not completely to blame. But and I don't mean like forestry forests, but like, you know, old growth, like primeval forests or whatever you want to call them. The average is something like 15 to 16% in Europe. In Ireland, it is 1.5%. We got rid of all of it. Do you guys plant forests at least? No. No, we don't. The only forests we plant are forestry forests. Like, you know, like forestry for lumber exports and stuff like that. Don't really plant any forests or like try and rewild or anything. Yes, exactly. I've been to Ireland when I was 9, and I know it was very green, but it was more fields, I guess. It's all fields. Like, Ireland is something like 80 or 90% fields, and a lot of them are just abandoned or left fallow because we have too many fields. We have more fields than we would need for the population to grow all our food. So, and we export food, or import and export food anyway. So, like, there's just there's no reason for there to be that many, basically. So, they're just full of, like, grass and clover and stuff now.
Welcome to the Goblin
Oh, thank you, Simez, for the follow. It's very, very kind of you. Thank you. Why are you stopping me? You should plant a tree in your yard. I have trees in my yard, definitely. I have trees, although they're not native trees. They were here when I moved in. They're evergreens, and Ireland doesn't really have natural evergreens. They're all deciduous. But yeah, there's a couple of, like, forests near me. There's a couple of forests where, like, old growth forests. There's one in a town called Killa, which is very near to my house. Like a 15-20 minutes drive, I would say, to Killa. And there's like a little woodland there. But it only takes about 2 hours, probably, to walk through it. And that's one of the bigger forests we have. It's like a nature reserve now. But, yeah, it's why there's virtually no deer in Ireland. There's virtually no badgers. Like, a lot of our wildlife is dead. It's really just small birds and like, the occasional, like, weasel and shit. Like, we don't really have a lot of wildlife left. We used to have bears and wolves, and not bears. We used to have boars, that's the word, and wolves. They both died out because we got rid of all the forests. Occasionally people will talk about rewilding and like reintroducing wolves and stuff to Ireland because it'll control the other prey stuff. But then it comes up that like, oh, well, they have nowhere to live, so we'd have to rewild the forests first, and then nobody wants to, basically. So, yeah. Anyway, there's my little environmentalist rant for the day. Let's move on.
Stop blabbing. Let's move on.
Yes, I agree, Gunther. Stop blabbing. It brings people down. But yeah, Ireland is very, very green. It is very, very green. Not environmentally, because our main export is beef. And not in terms of biodiversity, because we killed all our animals and cut down all our forests. But in terms of visuals, if you fly over Ireland, it's a very pleasant green quilt. But beyond that, nah. Oh, a stone tablet! Yeah, I was told to bring those to somebody. The guy who got beset by bandits earlier. So I'll keep those on me, I guess. We have deer here in the snowy areas? That blew my mind. I thought they were introduced, though. Maybe? Because I don't... Yeah, Australia's kind of isolated from the rest of the world a little bit, so, like... You know what? Fuck it, you take care of this. I don't care. I still get the experience, so you can take care of all the guys.
Filthy beast.
Like, Australia has, you know, they're one of the only places in the world that has marsupials and stuff. So I think it's all introduced while, like rabbits. Like, rabbits really did a number on Australia, didn't they, when people introduced rabbits? Isn't that where myxomatosis comes from? That fucking horrific thing? It was meant to, like, stop rabbits in Australia and then got out of hand, and now Every fucking park you go to has sad rabbits in it. Ooh, a scroll. 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 Sorry, I didn't realize how many scrolls there would be, and the joke went on longer than was funny. Let's keep going. Ooh, healing plants, though, I should probably take. Again, I'm not sure how hard this game is yet. We're still fairly early on. Oh, a mole rat. Aw. Why do games do this? Is this... You know what I'm going to guess? I'm going to take a stab, because this game has mole rats, but they look more like the Fallout mole rats. I think maybe the developers did not know what a mole rat was and that it's a real animal. And so they're going by the mutated radioactive mole rats that are in Fallout. That's my theory. Because mole rats are very small and cute. Hello, Relentless, welcome. Mole rats are very, very small and cute. They are not giant, horrific-looking monsters. I don't know why they're called mole rats, because they don't really look like rats or moles. They look more like rats, I guess. I don't like this camera angle. Was Fallout out by then? I think Fallout was 97.
The earth began trembling like it did in the worst times of the barrier. Horrible stone creatures emerged from the ground, slaying everyone who went within 100 feet of them. The water mages took the matter in hand.
We saw the cutscene.
Those hostile invaders. And now they're digging down there, searching for an explanation for these strange events. But
are they maybe digging too greedily or too deep? Because that's always a theme in these games.
Let's move on.
Stay close behind me.
Gunther sounded quite angry there. Let's move on. Complains about oversized animals in a game with literal magic. Well, the wolves aren't giant. The wolves are actually kind of small. And the goblins are tiny. Like, 1 second. Mole rats, I thought you were saying. 1 second. Mole rat. This is a mole rat. They're, I think they're kind of cute. I know many people will disagree, but I think they're kind of cute. Fun fact, immune to cancer. The walking scrotum. 2 fun facts about them. They're immune to cancer, they have very bad vision, and they have external teeth. Their teeth are outside their lips, which means, because they burrow, it means they can dig while keeping their mouth closed. So their teeth are on the outside, like just under their nose, which is kind of strange, but I like them. I think they're kind of cute. Also, they're very cuddly and like hugs, so you know, anybody's into that. Why are they all shaved? They're just like that. They don't have fluff. They live in deserts, so they don't need fluff. 10 facts about naked mole rats. Aww. Anyway. And then Fallout came out in 1 second. Fallout 1. I think it was 97. 97, yes, so I was 1. And this definitely had mole rats in it. So I think the developers of this game did not know what a mole rat was in real life and assumed they were just a mythical thing from Fallout and used them in this game. Because they look a lot like this. Fallout 1, mole rat. Yeah, see, it looks a lot like that. The Fallout 1 ones. They look a lot more like this. Anyway, I'm just going to assume that's the case. I have no proof to back up this theory, but that's what I'm going with, I guess. Oh, naked mole rats, they're so cute. Oh yes, also, this is another fun fact. This is the last fun fact. They live a bit like bees or ants. They live in a colony, like a hive. And they have a queen mole rat. Oh! God, I love them. I love rodents. Rodents are so fucking cute. Apparently we have a marsupial mole. Is that the golden mole, maybe? They're so weird, but bless them. Look up the Cape mole rat. Cape mole rat. Is that maybe South African? Cape mole rat. Oh! A species of mole rat endemic to South Africa. I knew it. God, it's so fucking cute. Oh my god, it's so adorable. Oh! I want one so much. I want to pick one up and squish it. Oh! Oh! Sorry, I'll stop going, oh, but fuck, it's cute. Hang on, last thing. Marsupial mole. Yes, it's the golden mole, isn't it? Southern marsupial mole? Is that the golden mole? The one that doesn't really have any eyes? I think it's the golden mole. Yeah, it's that one, isn't it? Maybe? They're probably, I would say these are the cutest animal that has ever lived, the golden mole. I think moles, are my favorite animal. I really love moles. I think golden moles are so unbelievably cute that it's almost a sin, to be honest. Agreed, lol, way cuter clothes. Quokkas live on the island near my city. Quokkas are the ones that are constantly smiling, right? Is that quokkas? I know quokkas were briefly very famous on the internet because they have no natural predators, and so they're really friendly to humans, and they just look like this, and they look very goofy, and there's photos of like fucking people taking selfies with them and then them smiling with babies, that kind of thing. Fun fact about quokkas, well, maybe it's not a fun fact. If a pregnant quokka is running from a predator, if their instincts do kick in, and they're running from a predator, they take the baby out of the pouch and throw it behind them. Because then the predator might stop chasing them and they can have more. So yeah, that might make you see quokkas slightly differently. But anyway, quokkas. Back to the game. Let's go back to the game. I'm so surprised people know what they are. They only live on one tiny island. I didn't know what they were until very recently because, you know, they are very obscure. It's just that, you know, some people went there and took selfies and they went viral and then they became like a big thing. And apparently it's a bit of an issue because now a lot of tourists come and upset them because you're not really meant to hang around them that often. They might become dependent on humans, which is bad, you know, a bit like how you're not meant to feed bears, stuff like that. I don't get how people get selfies with them. They're so shy and always run away from me, Sag. They're probably just like holding them there, to be honest. You know, that's how things work with influencer culture, right? They sacrifice their young, lol, what the fuck? I think a couple of animals do. I think hamsters might as well. Because hamsters are kind of vicious and psychopathic. I know that's a horrible thing to say, but hamsters are kind of little psychopaths. So I think hamsters might do that as well, because they're very solitary. Once a hamster has a baby, it does not want anything to fucking do with that baby. I had a hamster when I was a kid, and she was lovely, but she never had babies. Let's move on. Stop stopping.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Even Gunther's getting annoyed. And Gunther is the most boring man on the planet, so it must be quite annoying. You're teaching me things about quokkas and I've met them. I'd like to meet a quokka. I'd like to meet everything, really. You know, I think if there was one animal I'd like to meet face to face, it's probably a sloth. I really like sloths. I think sloths are very sweet. I think I have a video saved somewhere of a sloth being given back a baby, and it just sort of like slowly hugs it, and I was like, oh. Sloths almost don't look real. Sloths look a bit like another animal pretending, like in a costume, to be a sloth. Why would anyone love Slavs? Aw, poor Slavs. They've gone through a lot. I know hamsters do, they make terrible parents. Yeah, there was a reason I never, oh, that's a horrible monster. You can take care of that, Lairs. Actually, maybe I should help. It is very big. Hang on. What the fuck is a field raider? It's kind of cute. I always thought beetles were the cutest of the bugs. No, if snails count as bugs, they're the cutest of the bugs. But other than that, beetles are cute. Because, you know, ladybirds, obviously. Ladybirds are adorable. I think stag beetles and, like, Hercules beetles and stuff like that, they're very sweet. I really relate to a sloth. Anything that moves so slowly and sleeps so often that moss grows on their back, I will relate to. Because I am stunningly lazy. But yeah, I don't know. I want to hold a sloth and, like, wrap it in pajamas or something. I think it would be nice. Koalas are kind of slothy, very slow moving. I know that koalas have similar handprints to humans, and so theoretically they could be framed in a crime. Like, their fingerprints are very similar to human fingerprints. Also, they have chlamydia? Right? Chlamydia? Is that a thing? It's one of the two. It's either chlamydia or syphilis. I think koalas give you chlamydia. I think. I don't know how they got chlamydia. Maybe somebody very, very bad gave them it, but I think they do have chlamydia. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Keep back a little.
I like most animals, really. Not that beetles are an animal, but I like a few select insects, too. I think beetles are animals. I think anything that's not in, you know, the fungus or plant kingdoms or the bacteria kingdoms is an animal, right? This is big. I don't really know if I can take this out. I'm doing a little bit of damage. I'm helping. I'm helping a bit like, if your dad ever fixed a car and asked you to hold a flashlight. That's how I'm helping. Layers is my, you know, big tough father, and I'm holding a flashlight while being yelled at. They have a lot of STIs, poor dears. No, I do know about the chlamydia. Love these fun facts. I like bugs a little bit. I didn't used to. I used to be kind of frightened of bugs. There is still bugs that freak me out. It's carnivorous bugs, I think, freak me out. Like, centipedes freak me out. I don't like seeing a centipede. Centipedes don't get very big here, but occasionally you'll see a centipede skitter across the floor that's about that long. And I'll go, get away from me. I don't like it. But millipedes are my adorable little marching babies. Love those. You know, bees are very cute. You know, that kind of thing. Anything that's, like, kind of soft and round, I think is cute.
Here, take the ornament. The water mages must be in there somewhere. Take it to them. If you should meet any beasts down in that hole in the ground that look like they're too much for you, flee forward to Satyrus. He'll take care of the
I'm
beast
gonna
for
be
you.
running soon, aren't I?
Need to go back. And one more thing. Don't even think about strolling around for long with this ornament.
It'll
Go
explode.
directly to Satyrus.
It's a bomb.
See you.
I'm an unwitting suicide bomber in this mission, I guess. Why are you walking like that? The running animation is alright. The walking... I can walk normally. Why doesn't
Stop
everybody...
goofing off. Take that ornament to Satyrus already.
Like, I can walk normally. Look at my walking animation. And then compared to his... He looks like he's dying. And it's not because he's injured, because it looks a little bit like a limp, but on both legs. I was like, oh, it might be just him limping or something. But no, everybody walks like that. Nobody walks normally. Hang on, let me allow that message. There we go. Koalas are slothy and slutty, and I vibe with that. Back to game. I hate cockroaches, but I'm fine with spiders. I came round a little bit on cockroaches, if I'm honest, mainly because we don't have them here. Cockroaches, I think, are more of like another country problem than an Irish thing. But cockroaches, I learned, get a little bit, like, forgetful and doddery when they're old. I learned this on a podcast, right? That cockroaches. The bug version of koalas in some ways. Not really. But they get a bit like stiff in the limbs and they get a bit forgetful and stuff as they get old, and they really like hugging each other. That was what I learned about them. And since then, it's hard not to be a little bit endeared to them, but they are unbelievably gross looking. Why is everything shaking? There we go. Big old rats. I'd like to hit one at some point. Oh, I can take them out fairly easily. I think if I get a crit, they might just get one shot. My fighting stance, by the way, because I have not leveled up much, is just swing wildly. I have not unlocked combos or anything. We have some giant ones and rare flying ones. It's nice living in Ireland sometimes. I would say, you know, not all the time, but sometimes. Because there's nothing in Ireland that can really kill you. Like, since we got rid of the wolves and the boars and stuff like that, we don't have any, like, biting insects, really. Except now, because of global warming, we have mosquitoes. Mosquitoes in Ireland have always been quite small. We've always kind of had them, but they were tiny, like this, like, you know, tiny, tiny things. And they only lived in bogs. Like, basically, like, watery, marshy bog areas. Which there are a few of in Ireland, but, not where you'd live, right? Now, because it's hot enough all year round, they come out of the bogs. And so I have very aggressive bites all over my arms now from mosquitoes. That sucks. But other than that, nothing bites you here. It's great. Nothing bites you. Nothing chases you. The most aggressive thing that lives in Ireland is geese. Like, it's fantastic. It's weird because they're not... We have some giant ones and rare flying ones. It's weird because they're not out to bite me like other insects. But they really creep me out. I think that they're so hard to kill. That is a thing. Cockroaches have a reputation for being unkillable, right? Mosquitoes are my enemy. We have so many. We didn't used to. Honestly, it's become like a news story here every year about how many fucking cockroaches are around. Because there didn't used to be. And there shouldn't be. Our climate isn't really supposed to support cockroaches. At least not cockroaches, mosquitoes. If I've said cockroaches in the past 30 seconds, replace it with mosquitoes in your head. But, our climate isn't meant to support mosquitoes. At least not as many as there are. But it does now. So I'm having to learn with bites. Stone tablet of life energy. Ooh, what does that do? And an old coin. What does that do? Stone tablet of life energy.
I can't read that.
I can't read. Fine. I don't know if he can read. Like, I made jokes throughout Gothic 1 about how Gunther was a bit simple and maybe could not read. He has suffered... I think in canon, he has suffered some brain damage, right? So, I don't know if he can read at all, which is quite sad. Oh, imagine not being able to read. Like, if you never learned to read, that would be a disaster for day-to-day life. Hello, Sarah, welcome. Why am I on this? Gothic 2 is on my recommended games now, thanks for that. I mean, I have things like fucking Poppy's Playtime and shit like that, so it goes both ways. Anyway, you, kill rat. We have enough healing mushrooms and shit that we can kill as many rats as we need. I'm waiting for something more horrible to I'm waiting for something more horrible to show up than rats. Because I think rats are adorable. Even giant rats. In fact, maybe even especially giant rats. If I saw a rat the size of a Doberman, I think I would be overcome by, like, adorableness. I think I would get down on my knees and pet it until it got angry at me. I'd love that. Because rats are adorable. I hear goblins. Oh, never mind, it's a goblin skeleton! And they killed me immediately. Fuck me. Oh no! When did I last save, do we think? Currently trying to fit a former 3 A4 pages into one because a client wants that, and I just scaled everything down to the outlooks. And the second I was done, Gunther went, I can't read that. You're right, I'm sorry. Oh dear. When did we last save? Don't be outside the cave. Oh, thank fuck for that. We're right here. Oh, thank you. Thank you, merciful Lord. I remembered. I have finally gotten it into my muscle memory to tap F5 every so often. Lovely. Combos are useless in this game anyway. Classic forward, right, and repeat is still the best combo. Okay. So like this. Oh, please fucking kill them. Right. So I see a lot of dancing skeletons around. And not like that cool old-timey animation. Where they like play a xylophone on themselves. My ex-girlfriend had like 3 pet rats. They were very cute. I kind of wanted rats, but I learned that they live so short. Like they die at like 2 or 3. And I think that would be heartbreaking. So I compromised and got guinea pigs because they live until they're like 6 to 8. Stuff like that if you take care of them right. Which I don't know if I do. I do occasionally feed them popcorn, which you're not meant to. So maybe 6, let's say. But, you know, it's better than 2 or 3. I think that would devastate me. Right. Okay, goblin skeletons right there. Oh my fucking god. We can't kill these. One blow from a tiny, decrepit skeleton, and it kills me. That doesn't seem right, does it? Sneak? I don't know if I know how to sneak. I think I have sneak bound to C, the sensible choice. Nope. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Yep, I was for her. I couldn't deal with it, it said. Oh. Right, so we need to run immediately. Like, hold down this fucking button and run. Run, 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 run. Don't get hit! Jump! Jump, you idiot! Oh no, they're coming. Let's hope there's not traps. Because there's Satyrus, I think. He's over there. Please help me. Please, for the love of God, help me.
Another of those scummy beasts.
Scummy beasts, I would agree. Help me, please.
One less monster around.
That was kind of going well. Hold down W and jump. Just fucking run. Just run and get behind big boy Satyrus and hope it all works out. Oh, I love their noises. They sound a little bit like my guinea pigs. These chaps are 300 XP each. Oh, Jesus. No wonder I can't take them out. Right. Help me. Help me, Father. Help me. Help. As long as I hear squeaks. Okay, I don't hear any more squeaks. Are they dead? They are dead. Thank you, my friend.
Mad? Get out of here. It's too dangerous in these vaults for a would-be adventurer.
I mean, I can just hide behind you.
Know you. Of course, you bastard.
Oh, yes, he did try and kill me. We said this.
How you betrayed us in the new camp.
I'm not embarrassed. I fucking killed a giant demon, sort of. Me and my bone brigade of like 60 skeletons that I summoned. Oh, I miss those boys. Oh, I miss them. I hope that we can summon a ridiculous amount of skeletons in this game at some point, because that was very, very fun. Ooh, cutscene! Yes, this was from the first game. Also, the cutscenes work now. You can actually see them, which is nice, because you couldn't first. You should become a mage in this playthrough? I might, because I'd like to be able to summon shit. Yeah, we did this. That was us, in our bulky man armor. Now we're just wearing some leather chaps. God, I went hard on that P there. That came out weird. You know what I mean? The plosive at the end of chaps. Yeah, I remember this awkward cutscene. That was Satyrus. Record scratch. You might be wondering how I ended up in this situation.
You drained a mound of ore of all magic power, and then simply disappeared.
I killed a fucking demon.
What think you were doing?
Killing a demon? It was necessary. You should go with the mercs. Being a mage in this game is quite tough until chapter 4. It was recommended by a few people that I go mercs. I'm assuming I can still use a little magic, right? Why did we stab a big pile of dung? That was magical ore. See, look at that. There's another fucking... There it is. There's another fucking mosquito bite there. I have so many mosquito bites. I have 4 on this arm alone. And they're bad bites as well. They hurt. Anyway. It was necessary. Every scroll in this game is for 5 mana, so you can use any scroll. Fantastic. That's what I did in the last one. I summoned like 300 bone boys. And we just... If I can summon a horde of even better bone boys in this, then we will be doing that. Because my bone brigade were great. But if I can summon tiny goblin bone boys, then that's our new army. Tiny goblin bone boys sounds like a great time.
It was necessary. Without the power of the ore...
I need to pour more tea. This has gone a little bit cold. A little bit of magic as a treat.
What is that? Sleeper? Defeated?
You do know what fucking happened.
Idea what you have done? You
have
confused the structure of magic so much that it could be heard back in Corinus. Count yourself lucky that the barrier simply collapsed one day.
No, it's because I fucking killed a demon.
All right.
Mind your tongue. What the blazes do you want here anyway?
Are you allowed to say blazes, being a water mage? Isn't that a slur? Anyway, I came here with Lares. I can't remember how to pronounce his name, but that guy. You know, that guy.
I came here with Lars.
Lars.
Really? Where is he?
I'm alone. Lars went back to the city.
What? And he sent you to us alone? What was he thinking?
I don't know, he seems cool. I brought your ornament. I still don't know what the ornament is. They're being quite vague about it, which makes me think it might be some sort of sex aid.
I brought your ornament.
What in all the world is that supposed to mean?
And then he blushes.
Don't tell me that Lara simply handed it over to you.
Come off it now. I brought it to you. You do want it.
Why am I being so rude to him?
But
I guess he's being rude to me.
You have your hand in the game once again.
Why are you making such a big deal about that old business with the ore mound?
Forget about it.
I already worked for you back then, and you can't say that I was unreliable.
And what
I kind of just wandered around killing things like a murder hobo.
Just don't think that I
I
trust
came
you.
here wearing layers. I want to join the Ring of Water, by the way. I think that would be fun. I'll be a blade, even though you're so openly contemptuous of me. Might not go well asking. Welcome to my life, Simple Plan. I don't know if I've ever heard a Simple Plan song. Wait, do Simple Plan sing that really, really irritating song? Where it's like, how could this happen to me? I made my mistakes. That one? Is that Simple Plan? I don't actually know. I know Simple Plan were a little bit... No, they were kind of my era, I guess, when I was a kid. I remember Simple Plan being famous. I just don't know if I know any of their songs. Anyway, I want to join the Ring of Water.
I want to join the Ring of
Got
Water.
nowhere
What?
to run.
How do you know
I
about
can't
that?
go on.
Who? Lares? I will kill him. He has broken
He's
our
saying
first
Lares.
rule. Speak to no one
Which is
about
different.
the Ring of Water.
These
I don't
people
know
were
what
not
I
in the
should
same
say.
room when they recorded this.
I only trust
Or
you
with
where
the
I
same
can keep an eye
director.
on you.
It was Vatras who told me about the
Director, as
ring.
if there was a
What?
fucking director.
Patras? Wonderful. Of all the water mages on the island, you run into the one who doesn't know you. I'm warning you, don't do anything stupid this time.
I like the continuity here, that the water mages do fucking hate me. I kind of like that. Maybe you're too young, Sag, and yes, that's them. I'm 26. Is that too young for Simple Plan? I think that's probably the right age for Simple Plan. They are kind of a millennial band, aren't they? But kind of a young millennial band, I think. That kind of like pop emo trash. That's kind of them, right? Why is this ornament so important to you? I may have turned off the music, I'm realizing, because this conversation is eerily quiet.
Why is this ornament so important to you?
It is the key to a portal.
Me listening to
shall
them as
not
a
tell
kid
you
being
more.
angsty about homework. How could this happen to me? Oh, God. For my school, that was Linkin Park. Linkin Park was like I always hated Linkin Park and still do. But I remember every other person in my school would be fucking... You'd hear people with one earbud in. I'm 30, so not even that much older, exactly. You'd hear people with one earbud in listening to fucking Numb by Linkin Park a lot, being angsty little teenagers. And even at the time, I was like, this is too cringy for me. I can't do it. Just people like complaining about like, oh, that bitch of a teacher that gave me extra homework today. I've become so numb. It's like, oh, you're going to look back on this day as a weird time in your life. Anyway, what are you doing down here?
What are you doing down
Linkin
here?
Park 2, I
These
love
halls
them.
conceal ancient secrets.
Starts with one
mysterious
thing.
secrets.
You don't know
The
why.
inscriptions
Doesn't
and
even matter
murals
how
indicate
hard
a
you try.
very ancient culture. Everything you can see here is written in a language completely unknown to us.
Why am
We
I
are
still wearing
only
the
just
ears, by the way?
beginning to learn
That
it
was ages
and
ago.
grasp
It was like an
meaning.
hour ago that I put on these fucking ears. It's meant to be half an hour at a time. I just forget. How long have I been live, actually? Hang on. Also, I'm getting messages. I've been live for fucking 2.5 hours. Jesus. Okay,
Since
well, I
there's
go
no
longer.
way of
Why not?
stopping you from keeping the other mages from doing their work, you might as well take a message from me to one of them.
They're part of
Tell
your
Jordan
identity
that I
now.
wish to see him here.
As much
He's
as
in
I
the rear
dislike it.
part of the vault. You will find him there.
Cool. Vault, like I'm in Fallout. Again, I assume that these people are fans of Fallout. I mean, the fucking janky control system would imply that. Because the original Fallout games, if you've never played them, are hard to go back to because they're very old. They're isometric. Stone Sentinel. An old coin. What am I using these old coins for? This looks kind of comfortable. Also, I look so small next to it. Oh. I know the Chester, whatever his name was, Chester Arthur or whatever, from Linkin Park. He was going through some stuff. But it's a bit like Elliot Smith. What's his name? Yeah, Elliot Smith. Like, he was genuinely very, very sad. Very depressed. He stabbed himself in the heart. Like, he's a very, very, very sad man. But when I listen to Elliot Smith songs, I kind of roll my eyes and go, get over yourself. They're very angsty. And I can handle angst. I really like, Nirvana. I like grunge. I like punk sometimes. I like post-punk a lot. Like, I like Cure and Joy Division and Nirvana and Pearl Jam and stuff like that. I can handle angsty nonsense. But for some reason, those two in particular, Linkin Park and Elliott Smith, they always make me go, eh. You know? You can sell old coins to a guy at Onar's farm, Vessi. Other than that, they have no use. You're mentioning all the people I listen to? Well, I love The Cure. I love Joy Division. I love Nirvana. I like Pearl Jam a lot. But, like, anything emo is just a step too whiny for me, I think. Like, I never got into emo, and I was of the right age, definitely. But all the emo bands, like My Chemical Romance and, that kind of thing, I was like, can't handle it. Paramore was huge. They're kind of pop emo, right? I stopped at emo for angsty music. But, yeah, I the Smiths, they're very angsty. Love the Smiths. Anyway, like, I like a lot of, like, sad, angsty shit, basically, but just for some reason, not that. Reardon! Oh, I remember you. You helped us. Reardon's here. Have you seen the Joy Division Mexican dancing? No, I have not. The Cure and Joy Division are goth, by the way. I know. Especially the Cure, basically fucking goth incarnate. Basically, my mum was into goth. My mum was a kind of a goth when she was younger. And so she used to play me a lot of Cure and Joy Division and Sisters of Mercy and, goth bands, basically. I did it all, emo, goth, indie. Indie and goth definitely can get into that. For some reason, emo rubs me the wrong way. And I've tried so hard. I can't remember what it was, but recently Pitchfork put out a review of, like, an emo band that was like 9 out of 10. And I was like, oh, that's hard to get on Pitchfork. Maybe I like this one. And I listened to the first song and I was like, are there to be links in chat? No, you can post links in chat. I took that off because nobody was abusing it. The second it gets abused, it'll be off again. But, and I listened to the first song on the album and I was like, oh, I actually kind of like this. It feels like kind of more grown-up emo. And I was like, oh, because emo's kind of having a resurgence, I think. MCR are back. And I was like, why do you tempt me? And I was like, oh, it's kind of like more of an indie rock feel to it. And I was like, okay, maybe I like this. And then the second track on the album came on, and it was just some guy screaming like, I hate my mom. She tells me to clean my room. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm back out. I'm back out. No, you almost had me. You almost had me, but now I'm way back out. Can't listen to this. Nope, can't do it. Anyway, Reardon, talk to me. Oh, here we go. What is this link? What band was that? I can't remember. Oh no. Very strange. I've seen this. I think for me with music, I'm like, the cheesier the better. It's the same with my girlfriend, actually. She likes very cheesy music. He's no David Byrne. God, I would watch David Byrne dance for hours, I think. Just bizarre. I would watch David Byrne dance for hours in his weird suits. Anyway, Talking Heads. That's one of my favorite bands as well. I know I'm getting into a music thing, but yeah, I fucking love Talking Heads. Anyway, Reardon, we'll finally talk to you. What are you doing? I also hate your goatee, although it's better than my goatee, because it has more of a mustache to it. Kind of gives it a bit of a shape, rather than just ring of hair.
The culture of the ancient people. Based on the inscriptions, they lived long before our time.
That's how the word ancient works, Reardon.
They erected these halls, but their civilization was highly developed. They built a city on the other side of the mountains, and a temple for Adonis.
Considering. I love that. A lost city on the island of Coronus? It looks, vaguely Mayan? Those, paintings that we're looking at? With the eagles and stuff?
A lost city on the island of Coronus?
Fun fact, when I was 21, I went to Manchester purely because some of my favorite music was from there. Oh, dear. I actually really liked it, though. I've never been.
Northeast of the island
I'm going to Nottingham soon. Is that anywhere near Manchester? I don't really know where Manchester is. It's the north, but just about, right? When I was already traveling, okay.
I would only too gladly see the
Who's from Manchester? The Smiths are from Manchester. The Stone Roses are from Manchester. Who else is from Manchester that I like? I'm sure a lot of people are from Manchester that I like. Because, there's a big, music scene in Manchester, right? Madchester was happening around there. Where are Blur from? Are they from Manchester? I can't remember. Anyway, Satirus wants to see you. Nobody you could actually like could ever be from Manchester. Oasis, Joy Division are from Manchester. I didn't know that. I never liked Oasis. I hate to say it, but I never liked them. Like, I find Oasis kind of grating to listen to. I just never liked them really. Can't remember, lol. I know it's on the way to Scotland. Yeah, it's kind of north, but not too north, right? Manchester. Anyway, Satirus wants to see you.
Satyras wants to see you.
Has he gotten further with his investigation? Then
I
will
guess
go
so.
to him immediately.
Oh, Jesus,
if you
the
want
shaking.
To learn more about this complex, talk to Nefarious.
Nah,
You'll
Essex.
find him farther back in these vaults.
Where are the Cure from? I don't think they're from Manchester. I think they're probably from London, right? Lots of artists from Essex, actually. I don't really know anything about Essex other than, look, this is going to annoy anyone from Essex. Really, the only thing I know about Essex is The Only Way is Essex, which is probably one of the all-time worst shows ever put on. They're from West Sussex, the Cure. They're it's probably one of the worst shows that has ever been aired. It's truly horrible. It's one of the worst things you've ever seen. If anybody doesn't know what it is, it's a reality TV show about some truly reprehensible people. I kind of liked Oasis as a kid, but didn't know many songs. Oasis wasn't as big in Australia as Blur, except for Wonderwall, obviously. See, I've never liked... I'm truly surprised you didn't say it sounds like sex. Wonderwall, I didn't even hear that much as a kid, because I think I was already past it when I was young. But, like, fuck me, Wonderwall is an annoying song. I have refused to learn... I can play an acoustic guitar a little bit, and I have refused to learn Wonderwall because it's that annoying. Also, it is very dark in here. I'm going to bring out a torch. I've only just kind of realised how dark it is. That is a heavy branch, not a torch. Try not to use a heavy branch. Use your actual weapon. Where's the torches? I definitely picked up some. Torch. Apparently I've picked up one. Oh no. Well, we have a torch. It's down here. An old stone tablet. Lovely. And now up. Up. Climb. There we go. I hear whispering. I've seen a bit of that. It's awful. I hear whispering and there's only one door. Oh, there's more boys. Kronos, I remember you. Hello, Kronos. And Murdarian, I don't remember you, but I remember Kronos. We, sold some shit to him and bought some spells to get past a quest in the first game. I'm remembering. He was the one wandering around that little ring in the arena bit in the new camp. Damon Albarn is extremely talented. I like Gorillaz a decent amount. I think I like Gorillaz more than Blur. Like, Blur is fine, but I was never really into Britpop that much. I like some Britpop, like Elastica, I think is considered Britpop, and Suede are kind of considered Britpop, and I like both of those quite a lot. But I was never really into Oasis or Blur. Blur more, I guess. Like, Park Life is fun, and Song 2 is fun, but, like, never got hugely into them. But I quite like Gorillaz. Even if you don't like Blur, he composed a great soundtrack to one of my favourite dark comedy horrors, Ravenous. I think I might have heard of that. Anyway, may I bother you for a moment?
May I bother you for a moment?
It's you. I never thought I'd see your face again.
We got on,
It's
I think.
very brave of you to show up here. There was a time we would have skinned you alive. You can be glad that was a few weeks ago, and we've all calmed down.
Wasn't it 13 weeks or something we've been asleep? That's enough for people to chill out. Yeah, it's fine. I could never get into Suede. I quite like Suede. Well, I've only listened to 2 Suede albums. So, their first 2 albums. Hello, Silver Surfer. Welcome. Is that Gob Bluth? I have no idea. Is Gob Bluth a character from the television show Arrested Development? 13 days? Really? Oh, I thought it was 13 weeks. Okay, that makes some more sense then. Because I've never seen Arrested Development, but I know there's a character. Is that Will Arnett's character? Yes. In which case, yeah, I can kind of get that. Sounds a bit Will Arnett-y, but also welcome. I've been meaning to watch Arrested Development because I've heard exclusively good things about it, but it's one of those shows that I just have never gotten around to watching. A bit like, oh, it's pronounced Job. Okay, I'm pronouncing it like the ghoul in Fallout 3, who's pronounced Gob, which might be a reference. I don't know when Arrested Development even came out. There's a ghoul in Fallout 3 who works at Moriarty's bar, and he's called Gob, and he gets abused. And I was like, oh. I love their bisexual aesthetics, but the songs were forgettable and sounded the same to me. I get that with Suede. A lot of them do sound the same. If you still want to continue playing Gothic games after you're done with Gothic 2, just play Risen instead. I've heard a lot of people don't like Gothic 3. Is that a thing? If there is even a Gothic 3? I think there's one that people don't like a lot, right? Anyway, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
My task.
Some things probably haven't aged well, but it's funny. Yeah, it's a comedy from the 2000s, right?
A tough nut, let me tell you.
Which means there's probably some weird fucking jokes.
Characteristic
I like Will Arnett a lot.
to me. One moment they're standing around completely lifeless.
He's the best part
and
of
next
the
they're
Lego
attacking
movie.
you like they're possessed. I still haven't been
And that's a
able
good
to
movie.
determine their driving power, but one thing is sure: it is of magical origin.
It does sound like Will Arnett. Now I can't stop hearing it. Anyway. Gothic 3 is shite, just like everything Gothic related after this game you're playing right now, okay? There's even a Gothic 4. Gothic 4 is the subtitle of that one. It's called Arcania. Oh, that can't be good. You've put a capital A at the end, which I'm assuming is how it's stylized, which means it's gonna be bad. Do not play anything else. The Gothic story goes as follows. Gothic, Gothic 2, Risen, and Risen 2. Do not play anything else. Tell me more about these stone sentinels. We've been learning about these.
Tell me
One he's a
more
shop,
about
apparently.
these stone sentinels.
But
I can't
surprise,
tell
it's
you much
shit.
so
There's a Risen
far.
3.
Unfortunately, we have had to destroy them.
I love
They
series
aren't
like that.
dangerous. When
It's
they
like
came
Thief.
here,
You know, it's
they
reminding me a
attacked
bit of
us.
Thief.
We
Like,
could only defeat them
some
with our combined
incredibly
power.
beloved
I'm
great
afraid
games in the Thief
there are
series,
even
and then
more
some
waiting for us behind the portal.
some
There
bad
must be a
ones.
way to banish their driving force so that they remain nothing more than statues.
It's like a reverse Valve syndrome. They always make a third one, but they always suck. Anyway, can you sell me some equipment? I wasn't really
Can you
listening to
sell
your
me
answer,
some
sorry.
equipment?
Why not? If I remember correctly, we've already done business.
Yeah, I bought some
Tell
cool
me what
scrolls from you.
need.
Okay, what do you have? You have potions. Potions will probably be quite good, and they're only 25 each. Yeah, let's take some potions. Do you create goblin skeleton? Yes! That's what we want. Give me 2 of them. I want some goblin skeletons. That sounds incredibly funny to me. Iceland Slight is probably fine, to be honest. And let's sell off some random trash, like a scratched silver bowl, a hammer, a stalk of swampweed, goblin bones, a pen, a pitch, a mandible, a saw. Yeah, it's all fine. We don't need any of this shit, to be honest. I think some clams, some wolf skin. I might need some of this at some point, but I can always just find more, right? Ooh, a leather bag. I should probably open that. There's coins in it, apparently. Anything else I want to sell? I'm not really sure. I thought I had more to sell. Ooh, some beer. Yeah, fuck it. Wait, Dark Paladin? What does that mean? Summons have a timer here? Ah, well, that's still good. There should be Gothic Remade coming this year. Demo looked pretty good. I mean, it's completely different Gothic vibe is gone, but I'm excited to look upon it as a new game. Wonder if we can make a mod for Dreya to using this Gothic Truth player that just renames Goblin Skeletons to Dreya Skeletons. I'm kind of embracing the whole Goblin vibe I've got going on. A fresh apple, firm and juicy. Oh, was that just what the beer was called? Maybe. This is probably fine. Don't think I need to sell anything else. We've still got like 560 gold. Alright, thank you. Goodbye. End. Anything else?
Got my own opinion about that.
About what? Yes, okay, it's the title of the beer. Open the leather bag.
I knew that would be a problem.
Ooh, 25 gold. That's kind of fun.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
It's like a little loot box. Get every apple you can. Every 25 apples gives you +1 strength. Really? That's very cool. Although in real life I wouldn't like it because I don't like apples. Again, kind of controversial opinion, but I think apples are kind of bad. So I'm just pouring out tea. There we go. Nice break for some tea. Busy?
Busy?
These vaults are one big mystery for me.
I like that bit of
It's
acting
hard
there.
To imagine that no one else
It's very,
knows them
very
before now.
subtle, but I like
We
that he
were able
went
to uncover the entrance
at the
without
beginning of the
difficulty.
sentence. Like you heard a little
So
intake of breath
occupied
and a
with
sort
their
of like
daily routine that
noise.
No one looked more closely at this structure. I have no other explanation for it.
Felt a tiny bit natural, which is not something you say about this game very often. What are you doing exactly?
What is your task here?
I'm trying to find out where this round portal leads. Besides that,
Okay, he's doing it a bit much now.
look for the missing ornament. It is certain that this portal leads to another part of the island that we do not yet know. I can't remember
Same, actually,
ever
lol.
having heard or read about that.
What do you think is past the portal? I'll fucking go through it. Too crunchy? I don't know. Something about the skin of the apple. Eating an apple always thinking about eating an apple kind of sets my teeth on edge. I don't really like it. I like pears. Pears are cool. There's not many fruits I like. Watermelon is probably the best fruit. Melons in general are pretty great. But other than that, I don't really eat a lot of fruit. I eat a lot of vegetables. I don't really eat a lot of fruit. I've never been into sweetness. Anyway, what do you think is going to be through the portal? Is it like in Subnautica where you're going to find those creepy, like, teleporting boys?
What do you think you
And
will
those
find
adorable
over
little
there?
robot spider
I'm
crabs.
really not sure. I suspect that on the other side there will be a structure similar to this one, and a counterpart to this portal. Everything else we shall see when we get there.
This kind of has a Stargate vibe, right? That was all ancient temples with, like, these gates in them, right? Painful to teeths. You really want to go through the portal?
You really want to go through the portal?
Why not?
Of course. Assuming we find that missing ornament, that is. I admit, it is a
Oh, we did
somewhat
bring you the
risky business,
ornament.
but we
I'm so
must
sorry for what I just sent
absolutely
onto your
find out
Discord.
what
Oh,
it has
no.
to do with these constant earthquakes.
I like other fruits, I think. I should eat them more. I probably should. I don't eat well, to be honest. I don't, like... I'm going to eat some vegetables today. I think my plan for dinner today is to make some roast potatoes and carrots and have them with some, like, vegan chicken breast. I have some vegan chicken breast, so I'm going to make that. I'm going to, like, fry that, and I'm going to roast some potatoes with some, like, garlic and basil and maybe some parsley and then some carrots in the same stuff. I think that would be really nice. I think I'd like that. I just have some vegetables I need to use up, and those are, you know, I like vegetables, basically. I like savory stuff more than sweet things. What do you know about these earthquakes? They're slightly annoying.
What do you know about the earthquakes?
Something on the other side is causing them. The source is
From
probably
the
also
other
causing the
side.
stone sentinels to awaken.
I don't know if I've ever
That
actually
isn't
heard
my
that song
job.
in full.
Satyrus and Kronos can tell you more about that.
Golden carrot. Oh, I was thinking about putting together a new emote, by the way. Although I don't know what it would be used for. It's just because I think it would be funny. Like, I have a few emotes like that, where they basically have no use case. But I was thinking of doing, like, a Chad Dreya one. Like, Dreya Chad, I guess would be it. And hang on, I think I have one saved somewhere. It's like, it's around. If I go full camera. Oh, my mouse is so floaty. If I go... 1 second. If I go up, there we go, here's the picture. I did this on Photoshop, and I was thinking of cutting out the background and putting it on as an emote. If I sort of do some work on this and make it look like very sort of giga chatty, and just kind of post that, I think that could be kind of funny. It is fucking hard to look at, isn't it? Fucking hell, I know. It's fucking devastatingly awful to look at. I did this in, I think, 3 minutes in Photoshop because I was bored one morning. Oh, I wanted to experiment with the liquefy tool, and I slightly regret doing it. I shrunk my eyes down, made myself really chiseled. It's fucking horrible. Anyway, let's close that. What else was sent in my Discord? Oh, I have a Discord, by the way. If you type !links, you'll get a link to it. If you're interested in Discord. It's fun. Oh, God, Barload. Jesus Christ. There is a Gothic 2 nude mod. I am not logged into Nexus, and so it's not showing me it. Hang on. I'm logging into Nexus. Fucking hell, that's blocky. Why, though? It's so low resolution. Why would you need this? If you've ever wanted to see Gunther's flat ass, you can. I mean, this is censored. I can show this. If you've ever wanted to see Gothic nude mod, you can. Jesus Christ. Why, though? But why? This is also censored. I can show this. Oh, it doesn't make the fucking goblins naked, does it? No, that's a harpy. Come on now. And how big does that censor bar need to be? How big have they given fucking Gunther? How huge is Gunther's cock in that photo? Anyway. Well, that can't be real. It must be a joke, right? About this mod. Hang on. Just a second, bear with me. Stream, music. There we go. Gothic is my beloved childhood game. And since I've remembered, I've always wanted to make it better. Today is that day. Today is the day that I make this world a better place. Install it like this. Put the nude.vdf file into the data folder. And put that into the main Gothic 2 folder. And that's it. Permissions and credits. Nothing. Made this from scratch. Well done. Why, though? Why? The only video is just called sex.mp4, and it's no longer available. Articles. There is one mod article on this website. I do not know what that means. It is separate from posts, but it goes as follows. 7th of April 2020, from a user called Bruno Sismalk. The title of this article is Yeah. And the body of this article is I'm wet. And that's it. And there is one comment on this mod from Cool Ramen from 2021, 24th of February 2021 at 9:30 in the evening. Do males has genitals? Yes, is the answer. Anyway, let's go back to the game, maybe. Hang on, let me turn off this fucking music. There we go. Game! We're back! Instead of photoshopping yourself into a Chad face, just use the Giga Chad image filter on your smartphone. Is that a thing? I have no idea. Anyway, what is the fastest way back to... Can you teach me anything about magic? Nah, fuck it. Whatever. We don't need any of you. My torch is gone. But I'm still holding up a torch. Now it just looks like I'm really excited to be here. Like I'm running around cheering. Yay! I get to be in a temple. Woo! Oh, Gunther, you're my special boy. You're my special boy. What headphones have you got? They look like a comfy fit. I searched in ear monitor on Amazon and bought whichever one was about €30. They're quite good. I'll send it in the Discord actually afterwards. But yeah, they're fun. They're nice. Basically, I have like proper nice headphones, like studio cans here. This is what I use for actual video editing, and you know, if I'm listening to music off camera or something like that, I use these. They have like a 6.5mm jack and everything. They're nice. You know, it's like a nice chunky cable that you can plug into an amp and everything like that. It's a good set of headphones. I can't remember what these are called, but these are better for streaming because if I have to put on the fucking cat ears or the fedora when people inevitably redeem them, it means I don't have to take these off and plug in other ones. So I just use these for streaming. Anyway, there we go. So I didn't want anything too expensive. I love that his hand goes up. It's lovely. I think I've got an okay audio setup here. It took a while. I was using a €20 microphone for the first year of this stream, but it's gone all right. It's come along. Who am I talking to here? I've talked to Kronos. I imagine the person standing in front of the door. Nefarious! I remember Nefarious as well, because I mocked his name because it's objectively stupid.
Hey.
Hello. How's it going?
How's it going?
What are you doing here? This is certainly a surprise. I thought you had been killed.
His voice acting has not improved, has it?
Fuss about you, you know that? I hardly recognize Saturas. He was so beside himself about that business back then.
What sort of portal is that?
What sort of portal is that?
We suspect that it leads to the Lost Valley, where the ancient culture must have had their city. But the stone behind the portal...
Are we gonna be colonizing this again like we did with the orcs?
There are no signs of teleportation magic.
I would fucking love if this was an ancient orc civilization and we were confronted with our own prejudices. Because they're all going on about how impressive and advanced it is. Fucking love that. Do you know how to activate this cool Stargate?
Do you know
I always thought the Stargate, I never really watched it much, but I always thought it looked really satisfying to walk through. Like walking into a big wall of jelly.
It has to fit exactly.
I think that would be satisfying and fun. Like falling into a swimming pool full of jelly. I don't know if they ever described what it felt like going through on the show, but I imagine that's what it would feel like. I imagine it being quite cool, like sort of like refrigerated temperature. Anyway, I brought up part of the ornament. You're all being very vague on what that is.
Really? That's terrific.
Do you have any
Wunderbar.
idea where the other parts are?
According to the ancient inscriptions, it was broken into 4 pieces, and it looks as though the parts are still to be found on the island.
Remember when you had to do something very similar in Gothic 1? That again.
There are hints as to where the remaining pieces are. Here, I've marked some of the places.
I used to love Stargate as a kid. I think a lot of people in my chat really like Stargate.
They might be somewhat deteriorated and no longer clearly recognizable. It could be almost anything. A large rock, a stone circle, a mausoleum, or something similar. But what am I saying? You'll find it. Well, good luck.
Very, very ominous there. I just watched a video of a guy taking a slide whistle, automating it, and then playing MIDI files through it. That sounds very fun. There are places you can find that to do the whole covered in jelly thing. Oh, for some reason, I imagine in Japan. I don't know why. It just something about that screams Japan. Like getting catgirl maids to cover you in jelly. That feels like Japan. You got a map finally? You can check out the world now. Lovely. Why was the ornament broken?
Why was the ornament broken?
Whoever did it wanted to prevent the portal from ever being opened again. The longer I stare at the inscriptions, the more I realize that the priests of the ancient culture really were no fools. There was a good reason that they made the region back there inaccessible. We don't know what awaits us there.
Giant women.
Certainly isn't anything good.
Stargate gang. About the missing ornaments. Oh, somebody on the... I think it might have been Tom. Nuku. Shout out to Nuku if anybody wants to. But on the group chat, linked a Japanese cafe or a bar where all of the bartenders and staff are like muscular women. Like tall, muscular women. So, you know, like Japan, I just think caters to a lot of niche fetish stuff. So I imagine you could go there and get covered in jelly. Just seems like a thing. Although, is anybody actually into being covered in jelly? Like, I think it might feel nice, but not in a sexual way. That seems like it would be weird. Anyway, about the missing ornaments.
About the missing ornaments.
SO Muscle Girls 88. That's the stream. There we go.
You should find
Lots of people.
Others where I have marked the map.
Okay. Mark the map.
About the missing ornaments.
Sorry, I just need to listen.
How many were there again?
There are 4 in all. You should find the others where I have marked the map.
Lovely. Cool. I should actually listen to the dialogue sometime. Slime or oil, maybe? Jelly? Nah, I'll sticky. Well, this is a problem. This might be a regional thing. When I say jelly, I think I'm referring to European jelly or British Isles jelly. I'm not referring to American jelly. Je- what some people call jelly, I would call jam. Jello, I think is what I'm thinking of. If you're American or maybe Australian, Jello is jelly here. I feel like for anything that exists, there's at least one person in the world who has that as their fetish. Like, covered in jam makes me feel instantly sick. But, you know, Jello might be interesting. Jelly and jam are two different things? No, they're not, are they? That can't be a thing. Hang on. I thought it was basically, here we go, nude mod for fucking Gothic 2. That's gonna haunt my nightmares. Thank you, Barlow. What's it called? Like, jelly Americanism. What does it mean to be jelly? It means jealous. Oh, for fuck's sake. Jelly definition. British, a fruit-flavored dessert made by warming and then cooling a liquid containing gelatin or a similar setting agent, a bowl of jelly and custard. Yeah, that's jelly. Jelly is, you know, jelly American definition. America. Food made from sugar. Oh, it has... No, that's Jello again. Ah, I don't know. In Australia, it's also jelly and jam. There's jam, jelly, marmalade, and fruit butter. Here it's jam, marmalade, and what the fuck is fruit butter? All are different things? Really? Jelly has gelatin, and jelly is set with pectin. What the fuck is pectin? This is a whole world that I'm frightened of. What is jelly in the USA? In the UK, jam is something made of preserved fruit and sugar that you spread on your toast. In America, this is called jelly. Huh. Because it's peanut butter and jelly is the sandwich, right? You call that peanut butter and jelly, but here that is called peanut butter and jam. So I'm assuming those are analogs. Like, you know, you use that. Did I talk to Mixer? I can't remember. I got distracted by rage. This looks like Elvish from Lord of the Rings. That just says pissin' right there. I can't point to it because I don't have a cursor. But one of these words, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 up from the bottom and 2 in from the right. There was a word there that just looks like pissin' or piss mix. Anyway. Mix here. Please talk to me. Jesus, the fucking
Everything
earthquakes.
All right?
It's very brave of you to just walk in here.
I think it's just called Jello in Australia based on a brand. Yeah. Over here we say Glad Wrap instead of Cling Wrap. Yeah, I mean, it's like, there's a lot of brands like that. Like in Ireland, if you say Tatoes, that just means crisps or chips. I think Australians also say chips instead of crisps. Like potato chips. I can't do an Australian accent. I was about to, and I can't do it. Crikey. Struth. Crikey. Dingo. Kangaroo. Sorry. Yes, Hoover is another one here as well. Hoover for vacuum cleaner. Anyway. Jam versus jelly. Although it may seem like...
slapping down!
Although it may seem like these two sticky sweet spreads are virtually the same, there are some differences to note. Since jam is made from crushed fruit or pulp, it tends to be chunkier, but not as chunky as preserves, and more flavorful, but less spreadable. On the other hand, jelly is only made from the juice or syrup, so it's easier to spread, but doesn't bring as much to the table in terms of flavor. Okay, right. So jelly is basically just terrible jam, it sounds like. I love bad Australian accents. Dingo. I really genuinely can't do it, can I? Going to crush some pulp. Kangaroo. Skippy. Skippy the kangaroo. What's that, Skip? Is that Australian? I don't know.
You need slapping down!
I will stop. We say hot chips for hot chips, and potato chips, or just chips, for crisps for some reason. Hot chips! Is that the fucking meme? Is that an Australian meme? when they talk about having hot chips and twerking and being bisexual? Is that an Australian meme? I always assumed it was talking about like spicy crisps, like Doritos. Jam is just juice with pulp, and a smoothie would be marmalade. Well, no, I think marmalade is orange jam. That might be a difference here, because marmalade is exclusively orange jam. That is not a smooth marmalade, or that is not a smoother version of jam. Chips that are hot, silly. I'm confused. Anyway, what are you doing here?
What are you doing here? I'm studying the language of the builders. The language
interesting.
is the key to
Marmalade is
understanding the
exclusively
ancient people.
citrus fruits.
Each one of
You
us
can get
must
lemon
learn,
marmalade.
or
You
this
can get
expedition will be over before it even begins.
orange marmalade is the default.
builders use stone
But like
tablets to
Paddington.
pass on their
Paddington eats
knowledge.
marmalade sandwiches.
Unfortunately, many of them are broken or were stolen long ago.
Must have been never thought about it. Wow. What's on these stone tablets? And can you teach me to read? Just any language. I got hit very hard with some rocks earlier. A couple of weeks ago, and I don't think I can read anymore.
What's on these stone tablets, then?
I will now give up on any attempt to talk about food with anyone ever.
People. Some of them increase knowledge of combat and magic by magical means. For someone who can read the tablets,
I like this guy's
real
voice a lot.
treasure.
Not spicy hot, but hot like with fish and chips. Okay, then. So what I would call chips from a chipper, you would call hot chips. I guess that does make sense. But what about if they're cold? If you're having leftover, like, cold chips the next morning, do you call them cold hot chips? Anyway, can you teach me to read this language?
Can you teach me to read the language?
Well, why not? I'll gladly pass on my knowledge to you.
Meanwhile, on Wikipedia, citrus is the most typical choice of fruit for marmalade. Although, marmoid, I just said, Jesus, marmalade. Though historically, the term has been used for non-citrus preserves. Interesting. I didn't know that, because here, at least in Ireland, and in Britain, definitely, if you have marmalade that isn't orange or lemon, people would look at you very strangely. Because, you know, it's weird, basically. Like, people would go, what the fuck are you talking about? No, just called chips. Okay. So if you mention the temperature at all, it refers to chips. And then otherwise, it's crisps. Fair enough. I understand now. Is this a thing or was I lied to? Do you eat shark meat in Australia and call it flake? Anyway. Teach me the language.
Teach me that language.
We'll start with something easy. To begin with, I can teach you the language of the peasants. As a rule, texts written in the language of the peasants deal with worldly matters such as work, love, or obtaining food. It was the common language of the city. You will be able to understand most of the text found here.
Now,
if you know
learning a language takes a long fucking time. Am I going to be able to learn this? Also, I don't know if I have the learning points. God damn it.
Go and test your new knowledge.
Never mind, I do.
You will see that the scriptures of the builders are no longer an unsolvable mystery for you.
Yay, that's cool. Teach me that language.
Teach me that language.
You already know the language of the peasants. The language of the warriors.
Get this story in the bin.
Texts written in the language of the warriors mostly deal with weapons and war. You will learn some useful things there.
Come back once you have more experience.
Fine, whatever, fine. I think we have the same jam and marmalade system here. Okay. I mean, yeah, Australia... I don't know anything about Australia, by the way. I'm 99% sure I have cousins that live in Australia because I'm Irish, and that's the stereotype that really holds up true. Lots of drinking, and everybody leaves and goes to either the UK, America, or Australia in equal measure. So I'm 99% sure I have like 4 cousins who live in Australia. But I don't actually know anything about Australia other than that it's hot and has lots of bugs and big animals. But yeah, anyway. I don't really know anything about it. But it's you know, it's part of the Commonwealth, so it must have some stuff in common with Britain and Ireland. Not that we're in the Commonwealth, but you know, close. It's cheapest at a fish and chip shop. Oh, You need to learn all 3 levels of the language, but it can wait. There's no hurries. Thank you. It's hot, and after 15 years, people want to come back. My ancestors are Irish. Yeah, I mean, a lot... It's a weird formation of a country, because, you know, you have the natives, obviously, the Aboriginal, and then you have everybody who is just sort of descended from, like, people sent there for, like, stealing bread, right? It must be a weird history, like, learning Australian history. Because, like, a lot of people there stole bread and got sent there. Also, did I turn off the music at some point? No, the music's on. It just kind of fades in and out, I guess. Oh, well. Fair enough. Can I read these now, by the way? Stone Tablet of Life Energy? Ooh! Sorry, that's pretty cool. Ooh! Can I read these stone tablets?
The cast of the warriors called down their wrath of our god. Radames, the successor of Karhadron, Jesus Christ, was banished, but his evil power reached us even from the place of his exile. We were powerless against it. Adonos's wrath struck Yerendar.
Jesus. Good old England, eh, folks? Which one did you read? I don't know, I just clicked on Old Stone Tablet. I don't know if I can choose. Can I split them? No, I think that might be the same one. I don't really know. Anyway. Cool. Should I be going back now? What's my goal here? Oh, I can probably talk to Satyrus again.
Hey, you.
Hey, you. I'm supposed to find the lost parts of the ornament for Nefarious. Oh, which skills did you increase? Hit points by 5, mana +2. I remember. I'm sure they'll fix the place in time for Her Maje's Jubilee. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no. I sent that in the WhatsApp earlier. They have projected 8 pictures of the Queen at various stages of her life onto the pillars at Stonehenge, which is genuinely bizarre. Like, really fucking weird. Really weird. 1 second. I'm going to bring it up. You know what? I will send this, share. No, save this image. Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm bad with technology. Hang on. Go into my gallery. Bring that out. And then share it to my Discord, and then I'll bring it up on the stream. Technology! Discord. Send it to just, like, my random media channel on Discord. The memes channel. That'll do. Share. There we go. I think that's come up. Now, if I tab out, hope it doesn't crash everything. Even if it only crashed a couple of things, that might be nice. Oh, yeah. These are the 2 things that Barload has sent me, by the way. So don't trust Barload. A holy dildo and a nude mod for Gothic 2. Jesus Christ. Anyway, go here. And then here it is. Lovely. This is what they've done to Stonehenge. They've projected some weird, eerie images of the Queen onto Stonehenge. They are going to go fucking insane when she dies, aren't they? The entire country is going to be shut down for like 3 months. They're going to fucking die. It's going to be fantastic to watch. For God's sake, I know. Looks like a bizarre demon summoning ritual. I mean, in a way, the royals are kind of demons. She's immortal, though. Welcome, Valor. My lord the Boomer has figured something out. I still believe she's been dead for a long time. I was convinced that she was dead for a long time. I was convinced she was dead. But then she started appearing in public again. Like, I think this picture is from, like, last week. So maybe she isn't. It reminds me of... Oh, God, I'm going to switch out to this. What is this? Oh, yeah, the Doctor Who thing. Okay, I remember that. Anyway. I like Doctor Who. Cannot wait. Great laugh. I mean, when Prince Philip died, they went a bit fucking insane, didn't they? And he's just like, he's just a prince. When the Queen dies, people are going to be fucking weeping in the streets, right? Yes, with all the spaceships around Stonehenge, yes. I mean, even that was less weird, to be honest. Anyway, go back to the game. There we go. I'm supposed to find the lost parts of this ornament for Nefarious. What a sentence to say.
I am supposed to find the lost parts of the ornament for Nefarious.
What? That's unbelievable. You're involved again?
Yeah,
Don't
weeping
worry.
in the fucking
I'll bring the
streets.
things here.
They will be.
Oh, do you know at least what you're looking
They'll have people
for?
cry for Andrew
Nefarious
given
gave me
time.
this
Oh, God, no, you're right. You're right. People cried for Philip, and he was a fucking
It is very
racist
dangerous
piece
in
of
the big
shit.
forest. You should not go alone. Look for someone to accompany you in Corinus. I do not want you eaten by monsters.
Oh,
And the
thank you.
ornament
That's
with you.
kind.
Here is your map back.
Yay, thank you. Sure, cool, end. I don't need to learn about magic. When the queen dies. Oh no, what am I doing? Why do I click on these? This is when Kim Jong-il died. You can forgive them because they're going to be shot if they don't do this. I genuinely think there's gonna be scenes like this when the Queen dies, from fucking Tories out in the streets, just fucking tearing off their fucking tweed suits and just squirming around naked, screaming up into the heavens. Why? Fucking Andrew Neil, fucking painted in war paint, just taking out fucking homeless people. Anyway. Go back to the game. There we go. I need to end in like 5 minutes, by the way, so I guess we'll just leave this place. Go find the person we're meant to team up with, and then, you know, go off. Actually, no, I want to go to the mercenary camp first, don't I? So yeah, we'll do that. Where did I come in from? I think I came in from this way, and I think the Skelly boys are gone. Corgi balloons and bunting. Oh, the bunting. It'll be the most aggressive bunting you've ever seen. All in red, white, and blue, of course. Was this a door? Can I go through this door? This feels like a door that will open later and be a dungeon, right? I'm sorry for stealing so much time for your stream, but it was mostly for a good cause. I mean, look. Is anybody really here for the game? I know a couple of people are, and I really like the game too. But I also enjoy tabbing out and doing nothing for a while sometimes. Philip really did look like a skin demon. Philip looked a lot like somebody in the early stages of ghoulification in the Fallout universe. I mean, he did not look good. Even for his... Oh, no. Even for his age. He was like 93 or something. He did not look good. Save quickly. There we go. Let's try and take out some goblins. It's been a while. Take out goblins. Oh, they're very hard hitting, aren't they? I need some experience because I need to level up. There we go. Can you give me anything? Like some gold, some fish will do fine. There we go. Run. Like a dehydrated cock. Oh, God. Oh, God. This might be bad. Can I kill a bloodfly at all? Oh, I can! Never mind. I thought I was running from the bloodflies, but no. Apparently we're good. Ooh, there's a pyramid. That's very cool. How did I not see that the first time? Australia isn't a republic. I'm glad you lot are able to have a laugh from the safety of a republic. Meanwhile, I'm locked in with a lot of them. Yeah, it is nice being a republic. I mean, look, it's not like the Irish government are great, but at least they're not Britain. But I've said this before. That is kind of used to excuse some shit that the Irish government do. Like, the Irish government kind of do that sentence a lot when they do something fucky or don't, like, fix something politically. They always kind of point across the sea and go, look, at least we're not fucking them. And then everybody has to go, yeah, at least you're not fucking them, but that's not really a high bar to get over at this point, is it? Like, you could do something. There's a housing crisis and shit. Like, you just sold the National Maternity Hospital to fucking nuns who killed 800 babies, minimum. Like, things are fucked up. And then they go, yeah, but would you rather live there? And we're like, no, obviously not. Come on now, don't be ridiculous. Lots of gold in here. Well, not lots of gold. I think it might actually be less cost efficient than just going back and selling things. Fuck me, what was that noise?
I know nothing about picking locks.
Gunther, how many locks did you pick in the last fucking game? 20? 30? A lot of fucking locks. Anyway, let's read these. Life energy. More hit points, that's good. Magic energy. Mana +2. That's pretty good. Still many more snakes need driving out. Oh, God. I don't know. I was very angry. One of the few times I've gotten genuinely very angry at news was when I saw that the, no politics, please. When I saw that, they are giving the National Maternity Hospital to the, like, Sisters of Mercy nuns. That was a struggle to get out. If you don't know anything about Ireland, you might not know why that's so infuriating. Rest assured, they really should not be allowed near children. It's very much a slap in the face. I was very angry when I read that news. What the fuck are you? Oh, you're huge and you're gonna kill me. I remember them. Australia does that. Like, we're doing better than other countries. I'm like, where? America? That's a low bar. Yeah. Australia, I don't really know any... Like I said, I don't know anything about Australian politics, except that people really didn't like Scott Morrison. But I don't know anything about Scott Morrison. They still owe hundreds of millions from the previous abuses. I know. They're never gonna fucking... They still deny that happened. Nuku's here so I can rant. But, like, they still fucking deny... I mean, after what happened with Tuam, you'd think that that nuns would never be allowed near another, like, medical centre in the history of the country. But no, apparently not. Anyway, sorry. Sorry, this is gonna be dark. I need to end anyway, so I guess we'll save here. What should I do for the next stream? I'm gonna be streaming this tomorrow. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck, the lizards are here. Hang on. I'm gonna be streaming this again tomorrow, so it'll be fresh in my mind. I guess right now we should go to the, Oh, no! Don't kill me! I'm just a guy. I'm just a man, please. I'm just a simple man. Please don't. Okay, I think we might have lost them. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's look at the map. The proper map. That's not the proper map. Where's my proper map?
You need
Where's my wide
slapping
map?
down.
You need slapping down. Where's my proper map? Hang on. City map. Nefarious' map. There we go. Proper map. Look at that. So, we need to go east. I think down and east is where we need to go. That's like the big farm, right? Fuck me, that scared me. That noise really scares me. Yeah, like... Or is it that keep? Where exactly am I going? That's the city. We walked all along there. I don't know where the landowner is, but I might look that up. We need to find 3 pillars, and we need to, or 3 ornaments, and we need to go speak to the landowner and that, like, thing. Big field southeast of Zonar. So we're going to make our way down there next time I play, which will be, again, tomorrow at 1 o'clock Irish time. Here on Twitch TV/Dreya. That's not even my URL. Twitch.tv/Dreyamir for more Gothic action. Next time. Yeah, we'll go talk to the Onar, and join his mercenary band, stuff like that. Yeah, that'll be fun. I said that sarcastically. It will be fun. That's gonna be fun. Let me go to... Not as easy as it looks, eh? Twitch TV/Nuku. Check it out for hot gaming action. I don't know why I said hot gaming action there. That made it sound like something... probably wouldn't be allowed on Twitch. Anyway, let's end the stream, I guess. Hang on, I'll find somebody to raid. Stick around for a second. Thank you for watching, everybody, and thank you for subscribing, everybody that did, and thank you for following, and, you know, all that stuff. It's all very nice. Who is live that I follow? You know what? I have not, ending as I'm back. Go over to /raid XX Kitty TTV. She is playing Dead by Daylight. Might be fun. Unrecognized command /rid. /raid. Same name. Is that gonna work? Yes, there we go. Playing Dead by Daylight. A game which I enjoy, but am horrific at. And apparently, the more I play of it, the less I'm likely to enjoy it. But yeah, thank you for watching. We were lurking, but there were many parents here. Thank you. I'll be live again tomorrow at 1 o'clock, like I said. Feel free to subscribe on YouTube and watch join my Discord and Twitter, and you know what people are on. So type !links if you feel like it. I don't like chilling. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the raid. Be nice.